Nature isn't as quiet as you think it is. It is loud, so incredibly loud, but not in the way you're familiar with. Not with the growls and snarls of animals, the sound of the wind whirling, or even the waves crashing upon the sand. It speaks and it sings in every little breath and movement. When the stars twinkle, it's music. The knot in a tree, a single message of the trunk's thoughts and memories. Every ocean current, a murmur of the path it has yet to take. And all of these small intricacies of the world press upon me, willing me to lend my ears to their thoughts and desires, their life and their future. It's overwhelming. And yet, if I had to turn my back on the song that follows my every step, that rocks me to sleep as I slumber beneath the night sky, only emptiness awaits. I'd be falling back into a hollow life, straining for something that is always just beyond my reach. And so I'm here, blooming with the melody that grows every day, continuing to listen to the song that guides me until I'm able to play along. And one day, I'll compose my own aria to sing amongst the stars.
There is a great war emerging. A war between righteousness and evil, the light and the darkness, between the truth and the lies. As this great war wages right beneath the surface, it threatens to drown whom it touches. The war for my soul threatens to tear me apart. The truth of the great Triton protector has shown me the lies of a false god who deceived my tribe, the Nalos. Now they remain manipulated by the lies and isolated from the other Tritons. Within my body, the light of Prasanna ignites a great flame, but I have been touched by the darkness of the Shadowfell. The divine light and the shadows have given me the blessings to use my powers to help and defend the individuals of this world. May my mind, heart, and soul be filled with righteousness and not fully engulfed in the evils that have influenced my people. May I have the strength to face my indiscretions of my past and save the Nalos from certain death. May I find balance through this war, to use my love and the pain that I have endured to protect the very people that mean the world to me. For my new tribe, my new family. This war remains, but I will fight it gladly until I become one with the protector of the infinite seas, Proximus.
Hey! Hi! I don't have time for this. No offense, very busy. Hand me that red flask. The one on the left. Your other left. Oh, it's Winnie, sea scavenger extraordinaire. Shouldn't she be scavenging? Yes, I should. But no, there's things out there. Star things. Powerful things. World-changing things that need to be investigated. There's something... Jeffrey, don't eat that. Something I know I knew. There's so much I don't remember. Don't know. I have to relearn it. But how? So, I'm here, experimenting. Trying not to set the ship on fire. I don't even know what I'm looking for, exactly. Can a star be created? Can you get close to making a star? How do you reverse engineer the biggest magical object you've ever come across when you don't even have it anymore? See, I'm really good at the questions, but all I'm finding so far are more of them and no answers. Well, and a potion that makes you, really strong, but that's not what I wanted. Hey, do you... No, Jeffrey, don't eat that!
If freedom was what I was searching for, I found it in the crumbled remains of a statue. I found it in the sails of a stolen warship. I found it in a spark. Or a flame, rather. But I know it's not real. The shadows that wither and watch at night remind me of that. Each soul that I've marked in order to protect others reminds me. It all reminds me that I wasn't strong enough to stand on my own. I couldn't escape without selling my soul to an even worse evil. Or what was left of my soul anyways. It wants to consume all it can. All the power that Damaris has to offer, all the life that it can take. I can't let it take any more than it already has, any more than I've already given. I will not be the reason that this world ends. Come hell or high water, this can only end one way. Because I have too much to lose if it doesn't. I can't lose it all again. I won't lose it all again. Not this time, you fickle fit bastards.
Waves crash on the beach of an endless sea. In them you hear a voice, a beckoning lure you have heard so many times before. It is the song of the horizon. She calls to you. She sings of endless wonders and untold horrors, of golden promises and dire warnings, and you know her song. It has always been there. Listen, can you hear it? The wind is in your favor, the tide is rising, the sea is yours for the taking, and your ship awaits. Fair winds and following seas, brave mariner. May fortune find you when the horizon calls.
Ahoy and welcome to Horizon's Call, everybody. I'm very excited to be back, very excited to have you all here, very excited to have the wonderful cast with me here. I'm going to have them introduce themselves, say a little bit about themselves, but before all of that, my name's Derek Sword. I am your GM. I use he, him pronouns. I am your guiding compass as we navigate the treacherous seas of Damaris, and I am here for a particularly, you know what, October might be over. You know, the scary month might be done, but not here on Horizon's Call, because we didn't have a full cast last time, and if I'm going to scare one person, I'm going to scare them all. So this is our Halloween episode, belated though it might be, so welcome to Horizon's Call, episode 17, The Bagman Cometh. You can impact this game and actually tip this cast. It's a really cool tool that we use called Pally. Anything that you are generous and able enough to give goes instantly into Pally, doesn't go through a middleman like Twitch takes, and gets evenly distributed based on shares to these wonderful people. And if you hit certain dollar goals, you can also impact this game. You can give advantages, you can give crits, you can give things called black spots, which are complications, and if you do that, I will also sing a sea shanty just to balance out the karma in my life. All that said, let's go ahead and go around and have these lovely people say a little bit about themselves. So Mare, if you don't mind starting us out.
Hello, I am Mare. I use they, she pronouns, and I will be playing your amazing Soul Knife Rogue Star Druid, Acacia, who is a centaur and who is probably not prepared for this upcoming episode.
Hopefully none of you are. That's half the fun. Thank you, Mare. Next up is Eva.
Oh, hi. Hello, it's me, Eva. I use she, her pronouns, and today I am playing Winnie, who also uses she, her pronouns. I am a human TTRPG player. Winnie is a sea elf alchemical artificer. And that's it. Little Jeffrey and I are probably going to have a great day, just like every day.
Just like every day. Darling, thank you so much for that clarification. I'm sure people were wondering about the true differences between you and your character. Character bleed is absolutely a thing. Next up is Mikyl.
Hi, everyone. I am Mikyl. I am a non-human. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I keep changing. Yeah.
Do you identify as a meat popsicle?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
Never use that term again, please.
It's a fifth element reference. Remember when Allie thought that was the Sixth Sense?
Love you, Allie.
Fun. Oh, what are we doing? Yeah, he, him pronouns. I play Proximus, the Triton Shadow Sorcerer Paladin of the group. Yay!
Yeah, indeed. What did we decide last night? We were watching Pirates of the Caribbean 4, and we decided that Proximus is technically a holy himbo.
Oh, I love it.
I think that was the terminology we came up for. As always, a special thank you to Mikyl for doing the artwork that you can see as well, the character art as well as the map artwork, all done by this phenomenal human being. Though he may not consider himself one. I've met him in person, as far as I could tell. If he's passing the Turing test, that great cyborg, hands down. Last absolutely not least, Kaila.
Hi, hello, my name is Kaila. I use she, her pronouns. I play our Siren Storm Sorcerer, Scarlet Shores. Also using she, her pronouns, who was MIA last session, but for good reasons.
She was still around. She was there, just very quiet, very
No,
stoic.
she wasn't
Scarlet.
with the party.
She was for a little bit. Okay, we can retcon that. I did say that she was at least there to make sure that Scarlet didn't have to go, so what happened? But there definitely were times where Scarlet was not there. Absolutely. I leave it to Kaila to determine when those were.
Was she there though for star travel time?
We did say that Scarlet at least had the option to be there to travel by the stars with Acacia. So Kaila, I leave that to you if Scarlet would have actually done that, or if she had been MIA literally the entire day.
Literally the entire time.
All right.
She got the TLDR.
Fair
You
enough.
got the I really am curious what Marcus's word vomit was about all that.
Yeah, Marcus met Arson Greg very briefly.
I am very aware.
Fire spirits unite.
If you were in our Discord, you might have seen my commentary.
Yeah, Kaila, when Kaila does miss episodes, the nice thing is she at least does like a live tweet sort of deal, live post. Fantastic. Well, we do have a recap for this week. So, Eva, go ahead and take it away.
Yes. Well, really, Scarlet, you didn't miss a whole lot, I don't think. We went up to Rollins and dropped off the ring. And that was fine. Not a whole lot of property damage was sustained. And Dominaria and Rollins seemed to sort of get along in a way that, like, they're both still alive. So that's good. And he agreed and she agreed to, like, hang out for a little bit. But I think maybe the, like, long-term plan is that she could maybe join a ship someday, because that seems sort of up her alley. Hey, Proximus, do they have alleys down where you are? Because that sort of seems like a surface thing, but also, like... Okay, anyway, moving on. We talked for a bit about, like, what ring to go after next. There's one that Rollin found somewhere up. By found, I mean, like, heard a rumor of, and you know, it's probably there, but, like, he doesn't have all the information. Gosh, I never really considered, like, what if someone beats us to it? Like, what if he heard about it? No, it doesn't matter right now. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. I think it's a saying. So there's one way up north. If you remember, like, where the Orc Kingdoms used to be. Probably really cold this time of year because, like, it just turned. I don't have to tell you because it's your birthday, but it's, like, you know, just past the new year. So not top of my list, not top of most of our lists, but Acacia offered to, what are we calling it? Star Talk? That's not trademarked, is it? Like, with her friend Ace?
I think Starlink is probably what we're going to get into trouble with, but Star Talk is probably fine.
Yeah, okay. Well, they're both kind of assholes. Doesn't matter. Star Communication. With her friend Ace, who I'm pretty sure you know about. we're gonna go with yes. Off doing research up in the Northern Ruins. TM. There's another ring. This was sort of the bad news. It is not early spring. Where? What? No. We've been home for like 3 days maximum at this point. Proximus's eye has not healed yet. Your birthday was like 2 weeks ago. It is like February 1st at best, and that's, everybody knows that's when it snows the worst. Anyway. If I die, please let it be known that the one thing I was passionate about was this God's forsaken calendar, which everyone has put so much work into. Derek especially, but we are living and dying by it. Anyway, I am focused on the calendar because the second ring that Roland found is kind of stressful. Hey, do you remember the Marid at the party? You know, like in Fall Amaryl, like there was that little bit of a scuffle. People died. I don't think you call it a scuffle if people die, but anyway, she apparently has a super fancy like palace. Kind of sounds like something out of a fairy tale. Somewhere down in the Broken Bridge region. We don't know where exactly, but it's guarded by like this super secret giant fancy creature. It kind of sounds up your alley because it's like giant, but also like not like a Morkoth, but it's like covered in like fancy stuff, like gold maybe, or we don't really know because like no one really sees it and survives probably. But somehow there's still a lot of like stories about it. It makes you think, doesn't it? But also maybe it's in the plane of water. We don't know. It's one of the two. Either way, not super handy. Also, there's the ring that I found mention of in the Dwarven Kingdom of Halvaruk, which also sounds possible. And I think maybe we decided that was the most likely to go to first. No one was really excited about the Marid, even though she's got like a palace full of treasures. I think we should use that as like a southern outpost. But that would also require like taking over the... Anyway. We talked to Acacia's dads. I should probably wrap this up. I'm seeing like a hook off on stage left. There's some information that Kirio had about Halvaruk, and I don't know the like nicer way of saying this, but like he did time there for a little bit before it was flooded, and he had some pretty good insights, but not really on what he did to end up detained, I think. So yeah, we passed some time. There's yeah, then we did our little star walk. Yeah. And talked to Ace, and Marcus made a friend, which was weird because like Ace was only supposed to be the only one who could see us, and told us about a bit of a, what are we calling, indentured Goliath situation, kind of near the ruins that we're looking at.
Enlisted, maybe.
Enlisted. Well, the Empire's up there is the important part. Yeah. And
Orcish Empire.
Then who's enlisting the Goliaths? I thought it was the...
Frost Giants.
Oh, shit. I thought it was the Empire. Wow. That was an important thing that did not make it into my notes. I guess
it is the ruins of the Orcish Empire that were frozen over.
Yes.
There is
which
a
I did say
small
at the
army
beginning.
of... Yes. There's a small army of Frost Giants because of the giant ordning they're the biggest of the giants, Goliaths being giants themselves, are like, okay, we have to follow the orders of the bigger ones.
Yes. Okay.
They still think that size matters, so.
Only when it comes to red drink glasses. Yeah, and I think that's pretty much it. Also, apparently Jeffrey's teething, so watch
Fantastic. Yeah, when he turned that setting on, I like that when he's like, "Oh yeah, this thing's just happening in this mechanical device that I've created." Weird.
Always
Eva,
been
enjoy
on.
your inspiration. We're coming up on a season finale here too soon, so I will work on the calendar and figure out who is right. Also, it's not a 1-to-1 with our calendar because I hate the way our calendar ends technically in the middle of winter. I hate that.
Yes.
So the way the Damaris calendar begins, like the year begins with spring. It doesn't begin midwinter.
So I'm wrong.
So,
I'll just
yeah.
say that straight out. Yes, I am wrong.
Okay.
I just made the calendar. So I studied the one that Derek made so much.
Yeah, well, I did too. That's because I was doing all the like.
You were doing the important part. You were doing like the actual where are we?
Yeah, I was counting like.
That's why I
days in the
intentionally
months,
try to
but
make
it wasn't.
I try to make it clear that the months are specific times of the year because, like, yeah,
I think I
just
forgot
like your
to,
point,
like-
February is still winter,
Yeah.
but it's part of the new year. So yes, the year begins with the beginning of spring. That makes more sense to me.
Yeah.
Wonderful, beautiful, perfect. Okay, let's get into this nastiness. So, let's get some different music going. So you all awaken the next day, back in your specific residences, I presume. It's a very cloudy day, very overcast, colder than they have been for quite some time. There's a low-lying fog in the burgeoning harbor. Even where, Winnie and Proximus, where your homes are, the fog is kind of coming off of the estuary that you have built your homes into. And you all awaken. What are your plans for the day? Let's go ahead and go down. Acacia, having had a starry night and returning to your appropriately sized home, you might be one of the later ones to wake up, but what is something that you would be looking to do for today?
I was literally about to say I'm probably one of the later ones to wake up.
So,
I
so
definitely-
we can hold off for Acacia.
Yeah, let's hold off for me.
Okay. Winnie, what would you be looking to do for today?
Breakfast. Maybe fix little Jeffrey's weird teething setting. But like out in the commons somewhere. Okay, no.
So not breakfast at home. You're going to somewhere for breakfast.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to be out and about and see people and say hi and like maybe work on some other stuff. Maybe have a book or something. Maybe a little mimosa situation, but like a red mimosa, like the red drink. They're just all red drinks
bloody
are superior.
mimosa. Yeah.
No, gross. What the fuck? No. No, like cranberry and champagne.
Yeah. All right. Sure. They'll call it a shark attack.
Oh yeah.
Right. So yeah, it feels like Winnie is like tinted differently in this movie. Like this absolutely has a blue filter over it. This is the beginning of a horror movie. Everybody is kind of shuffling through the streets with hoods up. There's like soft drizzle, and yet it's like yellow filter on Winnie and Jeffrey, who's just like skipping. There's music that's clashing.
Winnie's
as
filter
Winnie's just waving
is
at people.
Spring Breakers.
Yeah. Oh God. But yes, Winnie, you make it to the cafe. The people inside give you your usual. They give a little rock for Jeffrey to chew on, and yeah, you can absolutely take your seat outside. Again, it's drizzly, but maybe for a sea elf, that's not a big deal. It's not enough to even water down your mimosa.
No, I would probably not be reading too much though if that were the case.
Fair enough.
More tinkering.
Yes, and you are able to tinker Jeffrey's jabberjaw to make sure that he doesn't teeth too much on anything important. Proximus, you wake up in your subaquatic home What's the plan for you today?
I had an idea of going to this small waterfall that was nearby and maybe just laying around for my breakfast in the water.
Your mic went down.
Does it do that all the time?
I don't know, bud.
Maybe not.
We'll go figure it out.
Yeah.
Turn up a little bit more.
Oh my gosh. How's that?
Golden.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh. All the way up. I don't know what I'm doing.
It's all good. It's all good. New technology. Okay, so you went to nearby waterfall for your breakfast. Alone? Are you contacting anybody? I guess. Are you
So-
fishing for your breakfast? What does this kind of look like?
Yeah, just a small, like fishing for my breakfast and just hanging out alone.
Okay. All right. So pretty quiet days so far in this early morning setting. Scarlet, you wake up. I guess where you because your house hasn't been built yet. Are you still on Cross's Mercy?
No, probably stayed in town, the tavern.
Okay. Okay. The spot next to you in bed is still warm, as even when Marcus leaves for quite some time, it is still warm, but there is a note left where he would be that says, forgot to give the plans to Roland yesterday, doing it now. Sorry. Back soon. Where might you go with your morning, or is this a stay in bed sort of deal? Because there is nothing better than staying in bed knowing that your partner had to get up and leave.
It is the best feeling, but also, Scarlett's probably feeling a little sore,
Mm-hmm.
but doesn't want to stay in bed because laying on her back hurts. So she will get dressed and head out onto the town.
Might even have some advice from Winnie that it's best to keep working with your new appendage.
Mm-hmm.
The more practice you have with it, the more you will both get used to each other.
It's sentient, got it.
I mean, magical. Not doesn't have a mind of its own, but you adapt to new things. Yeah. Okay, so Acacia, having probably been the latest one to wake up as Scarlet is shuffling out into town, what might you be looking to do with your morning?
I'll probably grab something super quick from if anyone has set up the Grandma Maddie set up a bakery next to Dad's. So
Absolutely.
So I'll probably grab something super quick there. And I saw a flute at my dad's place that I wanted to snag before I forgot. Anyone else?
Sure.
Yeah.
So grabbing your baked item, you enter Father's Fine Finds to Electric Boogaloo, not the real name, to find again that very familiar scent of the leather and tobacco and patchouli and the rows of just seemingly random accumulated items. Behind the counter, maybe a little surprisingly, is Curio, who brightens up. The eyes literally light up more as he sees you. Hey, kid. Good morning. Good late morning.
Late morning.
What are you stopping by here for?
I wanted to grab something before someone else bought it.
Yeah. Well, family discount and all that. What are you looking to grab?
You had a very, very pretty, clear sounding flute the other day I was in.
Yes. I always forget your dad's way of organizing this place.
It was behind the counter. I put it there before
Yes,
I
that's
left
smart.
the other
Okay.
day.
He dies beneath the counter. Your dad's been gone all morning. I thought he was supposed to be back by now. He got some weird item in yesterday or day before, something like that. I don't know.
Weird
But
how?
he wasn't. It came by somebody who was just peddling. They came by ship, went to sell something. He wasn't exactly sure what it was. He decided he would take it to Rowland and see if Rollin might be able to. It's like our town wizard. Nice to have a town wizard. Nothing against Gustip, but figured Rollin might have a bit more insight into maybe what was up with it, because it seemed different, just different.
Also,
But yes,
Rollins got a lot more oof than Goostip.
that's it. Yeah, Gustip has like an oof, but yeah, nothing. Like I said, nothing against him. Just
If
different.
you need someone, if you need a wizard to talk to someone, it's Goostip. But if you need a teleportation spell, it's Rollin.
Yeah, different focuses. Definitely different focuses. One a little more ADD on one of them. Anyway, yes, your flute. And he presses it gently on the counter with like the kind of a leather, what do I say, like just sheet, sort of, that's been wrapped in. Yeah, it's. I have no details about this, but it's nice. So
Very
your
pretty.
dad said it was fancy and that I shouldn't sell it for less than 200 gold. You can,
I'm gonna pay for I'm gonna pay. I'm not, maybe not.
I mean,
Is
the
200
money,
gold the discount?
no, kiddo. I mean,
I
we'll
have
do
to ask.
what?
I have to
75,
support,
100.
I have to support the family business. Is what I have to
Yeah,
do.
you pay what you want to pay, kiddo. I mean, he's not gonna.
I'm gonna pay the ones. I'll pay Dad 175. I'll take a small discount.
Wow. All right. Okay. All yours, son. Anything else you need?
Yeah, just a kiss.
Hey, always for my number one.
And I'll lean over and just give him like a kiss on the forehead.
Yeah, very very cold metal. But there's a warmth to it, I would say. Warforged aren't like cold robots. There's, especially the ones that have the reliquaries, there is a warmth that they kind of give off. And yeah, if you are heading to Rollins at any point, if you could check and see if your dad, I don't know, broke a leg or something, knock on wood, along the path, that'd be real great, because I haven't heard, and I'm bad at this.
I will. You're not as bad as you think you are, but I know that myself and the gang have to tell Rollin what we're going to do with our next task, and we have to decide, and we have to go tell him anyway. So I'm sure we're going to be up there soon.
All right, great. Best of luck. And
So,
have you hired any?
Have you hired any? I don't know, teens in need of a job yet? I'm sure they can help you.
Oh, yeah, it's a good idea. I should go. No, I shouldn't finish that sentence. That's not how you phrase that. Yes, I will see about hiring a local youth. I will see about hiring a boy for the store.
A local youth.
Yes, local youths wanted. Now hiring.
Now
local
hiring.
Youths. Yes.
Inquire inside.
Yeah. See, they all want to work over next door at Mama Maddie's, and I don't blame them. It smells a lot better,
All right. I'll see you.
Best of luck, kiddo. Scarlet, probably at this point, as you're heading out of the tavern, you would see Acacia exiting Father Sign Finds, Part 2, Electric Boogaloo. And you would also likely see Winnie sipping her red mimosa and working on, like some sort of nightmare dentist, working on a small mechanical shark as his jaw has opened like a bear trap. And has a little screwdriver, just making sure that the rows of teeth are aligned properly.
I'll join Winnie. Just from pure curiosity.
I'll probably make my way over there too if we're all like nearby, nomming on like a muffin.
Hi, good morning. Good day. Little Jeffrey will probably do like a little wave, like without moving his head. Like,
it's even worse.
His eye just kind of rolls in your direction.
This is so unsettling.
Very.
Well, it hopefully will keep him from chewing on all the wood stuff. What are you two up to?
Shopping.
Did you get anything good?
I got a new flute.
Nice. Are you gonna play it for us?
Not now.
That's fair. I was up pretty late with that whole star thing. But I don't really have any plans for the day except for, this guy. What are you two doing after this?
Trying not to sit anywhere. Honestly.
Well, we can fill you in on what happened last night.
I
And
got
what-
the TLDR, thank you.
Okay. Well, we can still, once we find Proximus, decide what we're going to do next. Maybe notify Rollin. I have to take a trip up to Rollin anyway. Apparently, Dad went up there for an inquiry on a magic item, and he hasn't come back yet and left Dad in charge of the store.
Marcus is also at Rollins.
Why is Marcus at Rollins?
Dropping off house plans. Because someone forgot.
Oh, where are you going to set up?
Say he could have just done that last night, but yeah, okay.
Do you know where you're going to set up yet?
Yes. Tentatively. The little cove that's sort of away from town. Not super.
It's secluded. It's private.
That's a very nice choice. That's much better than that nice little hill that's like just down from Rollins, because that would probably just be really awkward for everyone.
Water runoff.
Yeah, that's one word for it. But it is a nice little spot. But yours is much better.
Maybe.
You'll like being away from town. Being away from town is nice.
I usually stay on the Bloodhound, so yes. Not the Bloodhound. Cross's Mercy. Where am I?
That was going to be real weird, because I was going to say, I haven't seen you on the Bloodhound all that much. But that makes a lot more sense. Not to be an anxious Annabelle, but has anyone seen Proximus this morning? Because last time it was just the three of us. He was getting beat up and lost an eye. So,
Good question.
Solid worry.
Proximus. Ring-a-ling-a-ling on the shell phone.
We're all just shell phoning. Good morning.
Hello, ahoy hoy.
Hello.
Great.
What is going on?
We were just making sure that you were coming for breakfast.
Oh, I was just having breakfast on my own.
Oh, okay.
I can meet up with you.
Yeah, we can talk over breakfast to figure out what we're gonna do, enjoy each other's company, so on and so forth.
We hardly spend any time together.
Listen, friends spend time together.
They do it. Acacia.
What?
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Are you? And I can meet you.
We're just down from the main square, kind of overlooking the water. It's a little rainy, but we're just
You're aquatic, you'll be fine.
yeah.
We're all
of
used to a
course.
lither water. It's not like we don't sail the seas or anything.
Yeah.
Right. So I will meet you in the wherever you are.
Yeah.
I'm on my way.
Look for the terrifying shark with his mouth hanging open.
Yeah. We're
Is the
Mechanical
dental
shark.
work again?
just
Yeah.
yeah.
Teeth cleaning time.
It's weird what I find in here. It's a little unsettling.
I'll,
Okay.
fly in.
I
Lion.
keep forgetting you can fly.
It's
Yeah.
so good. And honestly,
So
yeah.
good. You're flying fish.
Oh my
So
gosh.
Proximus, you take to the skies and look down at the kind of gray island that's beneath you. The color, almost like the saturation's been turned down on this very cloudy day. But yes, you would find the open jaws of little Jeffrey as your indicator as you spot from above. And yeah, you were able to land with the rest of your party.
Good morning.
Big.
Healthy and definitely ready to do what we do. What are we doing?
Would you like a little bit of shark attack? I think there is maybe a bottle of it, or a carafe is the word I'm looking for. If you just reach into little Jeffrey.
Please don't
Yeah,
make
there's a
anyone
bucket of it.
reach.
He reminds me of Bear Trap right now.
A bucket?
Lidless bucket inside Jeffrey.
Oh god, it's like a Home Depot bucket. That's all I can imagine.
I was originally picturing the, like, you know, Corona, like the buckets you get of, like, beer. And I was like, but how would you get them in most... Oh, that's not what you mean at all. Okay. Yeah, you know, it's a drizzly little day, and, I thought it was perfect for fixing him up. But, yeah, where are we going? What are we feeling?
Well,
Scarlet.
Rollins?
Well,
Oh, yeah, no, I meant, like...
Oh, for the actual thing.
the next ring that we're gonna do.
But yeah, we should go to Rollins.
Walk and talk?
I was about to
Yes.
say the same thing.
Yeah.
We're sharing a brain cell today, Acacia. I apologize in advance.
I'm gonna, like, tighten some springs or something and pat his little shark cheek and call him good for now. I'm terrified to know what you just said, Mare.
I was just saying I love him so much.
Oh. All right, good enough. Yeah, Proximus. Also, everyone is just meeting at Rollins for some. Apparently, that's the place to be because I guess Darius and Marcus are also up there.
Weren't we just there?
Well, we also
Last
need
night,
to
but-
we also do need to decide what we're doing, and we should let him know which one we're gonna do. So that's way up north in the cold, because Marcus filled you in, Scarlet, about our options. Very far south, or
Technically, I did, but whatever. Marcus
Oh.
always gets all
It
the
was
credit.
both.
It's fine. It's fine.
Winnie.
It's fine.
Do you
I
like
said
your
it's
boyfriend more than you like me?
I just
I
assumed
hate
it was
all of
Marcus because he probably went right back to Scarlet after I let y'all go.
A very well trained dog.
Oh.
And Holvaruk, I have no preference except for the fact that I don't want to go see the Marid.
I'd prefer to stay away.
I'm really fascinated by, like, what her place must be like and, like, what treasures she's accumulated. But, no, I'm fine with that being, like, our last stop.
That's her territory. I don't want to go in with nothing.
Okay.
Knowing nothing.
Yes. Okay, yes. I thought you were going to say something else because she came into, like, our territory, my territory. But yes, that is a very good point.
Home turf advantage.
Yeah.
Don't want to deal with that.
Also, I'd really like
Should
to know what
we-
she's got down there, like, guarding the place.
I don't want to know.
Should we flip a kappa to figure out where we will go between the two? Heads or tails?
I feel like Halvaruk would be easier than. But also, I think. Okay. Here's my logic.
Note the eyebrow raise.
So, you
Somebody
remember
in
how.
chat.
So, you remember how Ace said that if Ace is going to be keeping an eye out for a teleportation circle. If they don't find a teleportation circle, we need to walk through the icy coldness of the far north of the crown. And I would
Yeah.
almost like to give them some time to find one first? Because
No,
I don't want. It was cold enough.
And I mean, it's gonna take forever to get there. So, like the time they take to find one, if they're able to find one, would still get us there faster, probably, right?
If we take our time to go to Halvaruk and try and find that area, that would hopefully be enough time for them to find a teleportation circle if they find one. Otherwise, we'd be in the same place we would be starting with if we just went to Halvaruk and then the Crown and sailing anyway. And Ace did say it wasn't they can wait. They don't need to go right away to the
Yeah.
where the ring is.
GM.
Yes.
I believe you said it was. I'm feeling like you said 90 days, but I'm also feeling like you said 6 months, which is not the same at all.
90 days.
It was 90 days
90
one
days.
way, right?
Mm-hmm. So 6 months there and back.
Okay, so that does actually make sense.
3 months there. Yeah.
And how long to get to Halvaruk?
Let's see. I believe I said Helvaruk was just about right here. So that is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, about 90 days.
Huh.
I think I remember you saying that they were all roughly the same distance apart.
Yeah, so if I ask about Broken Bridge.
30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Weirdly, 90 days.
All right.
Wow, it's almost maybe it was like planned?
You know what? I wish I could say it was. I wish. I'm as astonished as the rest of you.
Well, okay.
You could have just said.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. No, I'm going to be honest with you. Like, when that shit happens, it makes me happy too.
The stars just aligned for you.
Yeah, no, my brain did something without knowing it was doing something, and it's just like, yeah.
I love it.
Well, I got nothing, because apparently it's 6 of one, half dozen of the other. I also kind of put the Marid at the bottom of my list of favorites. Halvaruk is probably my favorite, but not by a whole lot. So.
Scarlet, Proximus.
I don't care either way.
You're muted.
Dwarven shit hasn't tried to kill me yet. I'm favoring that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Logic tells me to vote Halvaruk.
All right.
Halvaruk it is.
We'll check that off the box of stuff that has tried to kill. Oh yeah, you weren't there for that. I'm pretty sure dwarven stuff has tried to kill me somewhat recently. Yeah, okay.
Not really. Not dwarven stuff.
It was in a dwarven city, so I'm like...
Oh,
you're right.
All right.
You're right. It killed the dwarves too, so that's...
Yeah. So Balog, it's... Yeah, don't blame the dwarves for that.
It doesn't discriminate on race. Kills everything.
Like blaming the Marid on the elves.
Didn't they dig too greedily? Anyway,
Oh, okay. All right, great. Now we're gonna blame the dwarves for digging too greedily and too deep.
But what I'm saying is, we're going to another dwarven ruin, so like, presumably, I mean, I guess they could have just thrown up some shields and maybe they're just living in this fantastic utopia under the sea. We'll find out. Next time on Horizons.
Sounds better than freezing everyone on our cruise, so.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, now we've got something to tell Rollin, and wow, what a convenient coincidence. We're just about at the tower. Good walk and talk, y'all.
Wonderful. Love that,
Good
that
game,
retcon. You all approach Rollin's, well, I would say the fortress of Phoenix Landing, and Rollin just lives there, his little wizard tower area, but it is for everyone.
Well, but
It's
we are
quiet.
also technically going to the tower, so.
Yes. But it is quiet as you approach the fortress. The main gates are open. The militia people that you saw before are not there. Whether they were sent away or whether it's just like not a shift, you're not really sure. No signs of struggle or anything like that. It's just they're just not there. The doorway to the inner fortress, the inner sanctum, the wizard's tower itself, is open slightly. But leave that to all of you, whatever that means. Also, in what order are you all walking in? Is it straight line? Are you doing like the side by side thing that nobody actually walks in real life? I mean, who's in front?
Well, I think walking single file on a
Walk and talk.
is bizarre because we're
Sure,
not
but you
on
can kind of stagger instead of doing like 4 across on a path. That's,
4 across would be weird.
It's 4
Yeah.
across Mean Girls style. Yeah,
The
we're
slow
walking up in
walk.
slow motion,
Mhm.
hair blowing
Dacia's
in
in
the
the
wind.
back. She's tall enough to see over all of you. She's
Yeah.
behind everybody.
We just
Right.
look back.
Acacia, because of that, because your past perception is through the roof, I think you notice that there is something new about Scarlet. That there is an additional bit of artistic color on Scarlet's back that kind of peeks through just a little bit through her clothing.
Can I see what it is? Just without blatantly asking her? Is it like a tattoo?
So it gives the impression of a tattoo, sure.
Can't tell what it is.
Classic band.
I'll like lean forward a little bit just so I can like talk to her and not like obviously talking to her and not to anyone else. Did you get some ink?
Maybe.
Can I see it later?
I'd have to get them clothes, but yeah, sure.
Oh, it is just like that tattoo music video. Yeah. All the things you said, all the things you said. Anyway.
It's fine, no rush. I'm just
That's
curious.
what I was doing all day yesterday. That was why you had to deal with Marcus. I say it like it's a bad thing, but it's not.
Marcus is pleasant.
I'm glad.
Who is the first person to open the door to the inner sanctum?
I'll open it.
I was gonna say Winnie is absolutely comfortable just shoving her way into.
Is it like a
Roland's
double
space.
door like feature?
Yeah.
Okay,
Big
cool.
wooden double
Scarlet
doors.
on one side, Winnie on the other.
Great. Yeah, they're meant for like being part of the defense. If you get all the people in town through here, this is your Helm's Deep.
Winnie absolutely has
is
like the
double
both
doors.
hands, especially because she's like easily 2 heads shorter than Scarlet.
Is she trying to pull an Aragorn?
Yes, yes, that's
Right.
exactly what she's doing. Oh God. Oh.
When you shove the doors open to find a horrific sight inside. There are broken pieces of furniture everywhere. The chandelier is barely hanging on by a chain with candles dripping wax onto the severely broken table that once held all of the maps and books that Roland was working on. You walk in through the slight foyer into this round open room and see just devastation. There is well, actually, everybody go ahead and give me investigation checks. See what you see once you walk in.
Nothing good, apparently. Shit. I was hoping everyone was just having brunch.
There's a lot of blood.
Would it be perception
13.
or would it be investigation? Because we're just
An
looking,
investigation.
not right? Okay.
14.
13.
I have too many buttons. 24.
7.
Cool. Acacia, you, I think, are maybe stunned because you knew your dad was in here, and the amount of blood that's in here is more than one body could reasonably contain. And it's slick in here too, even on 4 hooves. It might be a bit slick for you. Nevertheless, you do notice that with all the broken furniture, there is a single chair towards the the far end, like I guess if you were looking at this room like a compass and you walked in from the south, the north door has a single solitary chair, fully intact, with a strange toy sitting on it. Something like a doll, but not a baby doll. For Proximus and Scarlet, this thing has long hair over its face, long black hair. Its limbs are distended and uneven, and it's just sitting there, unmoving. To Winnie, as you look around almost like a crime scene investigator, you can see that there are hand marks that have the drag marks where somebody was trying to pull themselves from being dragged in the blood. Several individuals, in fact, all of them leading towards a single bag of holding on the ground. And Winnie, you would note as you kind of look back, almost getting the semi-bird's eye view, that there is writing in the blood. And what it says is, "Mine now. Trade?" ?
What the hell happened in here?
Is it in common?
It isn't common.
I don't like this
No.
at all.
Does anyone else see this?
Is there
Message?
bodies or is it just blood?
No bodies. No bodies, just blood.
And it's written
Not
in
even-
blood, right?
It's written in the blood. Like where there is a like splotch of blood, somebody has like almost like you would, draw a bunch of dry erase marker on the board and then write with your finger in the dry erase.
I was thinking like a baby playing with like spilled baby food.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
God,
less
yeah.
creepy for sure. Yeah.
Oh, thanks for that.
Upsetting
You're
in its own right, yeah.
Does this look like words to anyone else? Like,
We
Trade?
can read.
yeah.
We can read, Winnie. Yeah.
Okay, well,
Where the hell is my dad? Where the hell is Marcus?
what the hell
That
is
was my
this
next
thing?
question.
And Rollin and now that you mention it, everybody that was outside or who has been patrolling.
There is no one
Proximus is going
here.
to use his divine sense.
Okay. Give me
Presence
what
of
that
evil
yeah.
registers at a noxious odor or any within 60 feet, any celestial fiend or undead, and any hallowed spell within 60 feet.
that bag on the floor, the bag is sneaky as fuck.
Oh,
That smell bad.
everybody move away from the bag. It smells
Bad
very
vibes.
bad.
And Michael, you might notice as you look towards the bag, as Proximus looks towards the bag, in tiny writing, almost like just around the bag itself, you see the word trade, ? Trade, 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 all around with little arrows all pointing towards the bag.
Oh, this is
Is
not good. I pointed out to everyone from a distance.
Is that a bag of holding?
I think so.
Definitely looks like one.
And what is is there still a doll over here? What is that?
Yes. There's still a doll, very odd look, like you can't see its face because of the black like twisted hair that's in front of it. Like I said, distended, the limbs almost like reach down on either side of the chair with these wooden claws that have been stitched into it. The legs kind of drape over as well. I mean, it's almost like in size and shape almost like a kobold, but with like such distended inhuman features to it.
Are we just supposed to toss something in the bag, or I guess.
I have a feeling.
Can I take out a piece of gold and throw it? Try to like toss it into the bag?
be really tough because the bag is kind of like flat,
Yeah.
right? So you would have to like lift the flap to
Can
toss
I
the gold
mage hand?
in. Yeah, you can mage hand to lift the bag open.
Okay.
Okay. Scarlet, as you mage hand to lift the bag open so that you can throw a piece of gold, a very large furry hand slams out onto the stone floor and begins to pull out the rest of its form, this very like fiery red hair. Let's change the music here as I will need initiative rolls.
The frickety
And
brat fuck is this?
This girl, I fucked up.
I
fucked up.
mean,
so Scarlet, you would watch as all of you would watch as this large gorilla-like creature almost stretches the bag to its entire length as it snaps its limbs to pull itself out and onto the stone floor. It has these tusks, this blue skin, this orangish fiery red hair. For those of you familiar with demons of any sort, this is a Barlgura, and it is not alone, as behind it you would watch a clawed carapist hand also start to drag itself out, and this large insect-like creature with these massive pincers pulls itself out as well. Bipedal, this is an Umber Hulk, and you find yourselves face to face with two these large, imposing creatures who are actively aggressive towards whatever is around. I will get initiative rolls from you all now. I see Winnie at least got a 9.
Keisha's just like, what the fuck? That's definitely more than 500 pounds.
was that a genuine piece of gold? Because this seems
It's
really...
Scarlet didn't get a chance to throw the gold
This
to be
seems
fair. I'm not
excessive.
gonna...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's when you lifted the flap. That's what came out.
I don't know what they want to trade, but I don't want to trade for these. Please insert the Monsters Inc. song. I've put that thing back where it belongs. Oh, so help me God.
Okay, 7 for... See. Okay, and then the Barlgura. When did you have something? You're muted. What's up? Okay. You might just need to double check your sound settings and reload roll 20. All good.
Also, sorry, I was muted on stream when I was saying that, but we're good. We're good.
Figured it out. Okay. Scarlet, you're up first. You have a Barlgura. You have an Umber Hulk. What would you like to do? Yeah, always is.
Scrying a free action. No. I like to 1, panic as my free action. 2, cast lightning bolt.
Okay.
The-
We can say that they are lined up enough that you could hit both of them.
I also have that. Wow, what is that called?
Spell shaping?
I have the one where you can be doubled.
Ah,
That's
okay.
sorcery points.
Sure. Okay, go for it.
Okay, they have to do a 18 dex save.
Okay. The Barlgura rolled a 13 plus 2, does not make it. And the Umber Hulk rolled a 19, so I believe that does make it.
Rude. It does take half. So that is 24.
Okay, and that is double damage?
It's just for 1.
Well, you said you do double damage, so is the normal damage
No, it's
12
it's the twin spell.
Okay, so 24 in total. Okay. So you will watch as the Umber Hulk taking half damage with just 12. However, you would also watch as the Barlgura seems to absorb half that damage as well, perhaps through a resistance, and also only takes 12. but solid hits on both of them. And is there anything else for your turn?
No. Other than the
Cool.
panicking.
Yeah. Panicking's always free. Fantastic. With that, Acacia, it is your turn.
I would like to cast using my fancy star map that Winnie made me. It's this like pretty like it's not an it's similar to an astrolabe, but a bunch of metal like twirling around each other. And I want to cast Guiding Bolt with my class ability, please.
Yeah.
It'll be a ranged spell attack. Spells. I can do spells. I'm gonna do it at the Barlgura,
Okay.
I think. Okay, I had to find it. I rarely cast spells that are damaging in nature. I got a 19 on the die.
Yeah, they'll do it. Yeah.
I will. This is going to be radiant damage, and it's going to be 5, 10. That's 12, 17 points of radiant damage at that thing.
Fantastic.
And then I would like to withdraw my shield and my sword and get within melee.
Okay. Of the bar. Well, I guess technically of both of them because they're kind of right next to each other.
Yeah.
So, sure. Great. Anything else for your turn?
That is it.
Cool. With that, then it is the Barlgura's turn. Acacia, you have just gone right up and got real messy with him right in front. The Barlgura is going to use its Reckless ability. It's going to gain advantage on melee weapon attack rolls that it makes during its turns, but attack rolls against it on its after this will have advantage. So
I'm a rogue.
that's true, and technically you cast Guiding Bolt on it, so you would have advantage anyway. Yeah, because Guiding Bolt will just acts for one. This will be an advantage for everybody who attacks the Barlgura. So it's going to do 3 attacks towards you. So the first one's an 18. The second one is a 15. Yeah, 15. And then the third one is a 19. So I believe
Only the 19 hits, and I'm going to use my ability that can half the damage as a reaction.
Okay, cool. So you were going to take. What was that? 6 plus 4. So 10 points of bludgeoning damage. As the Barlgura tries to bite at you, you're able to dodge that. You catch a fist with your shield, and then the last fist kind of comes up from under, hits you in the solar plexus, and you do take that 10 points of bludgeoning damage. But
Is that
still,
halved already or no?
that's not. So it'd be 5.
Thank you.
Total. So you absorb a lot of that with your great horse abs. Cool, great. That is it for the Barlgura. The Witty, you were up next.
I would like to prepare little Jeffrey to I want to throw a net at the Umber Hulk,
Okay.
if that's a thing.
Yeah. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
15, 24.
24 absolutely hits.
Okay. So it is netted, I guess.
It is netted.
Cool. And I would like to. Who's after me?
Proximus is after you.
I would like to cast Bardic Inspiration on Proximus.
Okay.
That's a D6. And it is little Jeffrey just opening his mouth and like replaying like in his little Jeffrey voice, like, go little, not little Jeffrey, sorry. Go Proximus, you're a hero, you've got this.
I actually need a wisdom saving throw from little Jeffrey.
Do you?
This is,
Oh, wait.
we have established canonically, this is little Jeffrey's worst fear right now. I need to see how brave little Jeffrey
But does he know what it is?
I think there is a bag of holding with a bunch of people's finger marks and blood being
Okay,
dragged
no,
towards
that's
it.
fair, you're
Little
right.
Jeffrey is putting this two-piece puzzle together.
What was it, wisdom?
Wisdom, please.
He's got nothing, so that's a flat 17.
17 is successful. Little Jeffrey is shaken, not stirred. He is
trying
holding
so
it
hard to
together.
be a brave little boy.
Maybe
He is-
I,
he is-
maybe
losing
I
his shit.
covered his eyes like when we first came in, and that's like giving him strength. I don't.
He is spreading his bravery as far and wide to Proximus. Winnie, is there anything else for your turn?
Nope. Unless I'm very close to them, or like within 10 feet, I will stay where I am. If I'm at like 10 feet, I will back up.
You might be at about 10 feet, so do you want to get more space?
I would
How
like
much
a
distance
little,
do you want? Okay.
I would
It's
like
gonna
to
be,
be
like,
at least
15, 20?
15, 20, yeah.
Okay, cool. Proximus, it is your turn.
And Jeffrey also will come
Sure.
with me.
Proximus pulls out his glaive. He runs and jumps over Jeffrey as he is retreating backwards and gives him a high five, and it feels great. As a bonus action, I want to cast the Aura of the Infinite Seas, which anyone within 30-foot radius of me would get temporary hit points equal to 1d6 plus my so 9 temporary hit points.
Okay.
And then he's going to make 2 attacks with his glaive on the one
You do have
that-
advantage on the Barlgura.
Yes, I will. That is the one.
Okay.
Technically on advantage on both of them because the other one's netted, right?
That's true. Thank you, Mayor. Yes, absolutely. You would have advantage on physical attacks for both.
So let's see that didn't do so good. Okay, so 23 and a 25 to hit.
Yeah, both absolutely hit.
And then the technically not undead. It is fine.
It's a fiend, if that's helpful.
I don't know if Divine Smite is it fiend and undead, or is it just?
Let's see.
Divine Smite. Only undead. You get an extra
Okay.
8. So I'm gonna do Divine Smite level 1.
It does say undead or a fiend. Damage
It does?
increases by 1d8 if the target is undead or a
undead
fiend.
or fiend. Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
That is 18, 14, and that is 33 points of damage for
Okay.
both hits.
Um,
Do you need to know the radiant and
no,
It's-
no, I'm just really close, very close to taking this individual out. Do you have anything else for your turn?
I don't. I'm not.
Okay. Can I make a bargain with you to finish this one off on this turn?
Okay, so hold on. I did my math wrong. I'm sorry.
You're good.
That's 42 points of damage.
Never mind.
Sorry.
You took it out. How do you finish off this Barlgura?
One slash right down the chest from the clavicle to the side, and then he will bring the other one right across its neck. White hot divine smite, burning it, severing the head.
And just like a true paladin, this demon, literal demon, I'm not sure if Proximus ever has encountered a demon before, just smolders beneath your blade, the divine wrath of your blade, and falls to the ground, leaving the Umber Hulk caught in a net behind. It is the Umber Hulk's turn, and no, Eula's not a demon, she's a demigod. There's a difference.
I know, but she's in personality.
Yeah, but that's not. I mean, just you can be an asshole. I'm not going to put that on your stat block, you know. So the Umber Hulk gets 3 attacks. The Umber Hulk
He's a level
is
3 asshole.
Level 3. Oh man, CR3 asshole. Umber Hulk is going to make one of its claws attacks to damage the net and get out of it. That's 15. I don't think it can do literally anything besides enough damage to get out of the net. Yeah, it does. What is that? 13 points of damage to destroy the net. It is then going to make a claw attack at Proximus and a mandible attack at Acacia. For Proximus, that is a 21 to hit. For Acacia, that is a 26. Yes, 26 to hit. So Proximus, you are going to take 12 points of slashing damage. For Acacia, you are going to take not a lot actually. That's 8 points of slashing damage. And so this thing, you also notice that as it's attacking you, there's this weird energy behind its insectoid eyes. And while it strikes out at you and you do take physical damage, you kind of get the idea that now that you are face to face with this thing, there's might be an effect that comes into that, which we're going to find out with Scarlet. Scarlet, I need a DC 15 charisma saving throw from you, please.
Oh, charisma? Fuck yeah, let's go.
Yeah, I figured you got this.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
You're fine.
Advantages, it's fine.
Yeah?
That's better.
Can
23.
Also, you were within Proximus, I think.
It
Like,
would
right?
well,
Oh, it wouldn't have helped.
can I, when I see,
Scarlet re-rolled, so she's probably fine.
Yeah, I'm fine. It's 23.
okay, well I was gonna use my, not inspiration, but my flash of genius, but
Flash of Genius. Okay. Would that what does Flash of Genius do?
when someone makes an ability check or a saving throw, I can add +5.
So with Proximus and Winnie, would that save you an advantage?
Maybe what's Proximus's plus?
+5. So it'd be
+5.
+10 in total?
Yeah, it would have saved me. Because I
Okay.
rolled a 2.
Keep
and
your
I have a
advantage
+10 to
then.
my charisma. Okay.
And thanks to Winnie and Proximus, then Flash of
I
Genius.
have
and
the
Aura.
bestest of friends.
All that support.
I just love being able to use flash of genius, so anytime
Perfect.
I can.
But yes, you are not affected by its confusing gaze, and it is your turn, Scarlet.
I'm gonna go back to old roots. I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast.
Sure.
Yes!
Oh,
You
let's
still
go.
got it.
All 3 beams. Because I still get 3.
What do the
that is
beams
a-
look like now?
We'll get to that
Okay,
one.
All right.
That is a 15, a 22, and an 18.
I believe the 18 and the 22 hit. The 15
Okay.
does not.
I will take 2 out of the 3. If I can find my other D10. Total of 19 damage.
Okay.
But the new Eldritch Blast does not look like the dark. I believe it used to be dark purple when it was under the old patron.
Mm-hmm.
It was a different color with Eula, but it was dark purple for Worm Daddy. Now it's the color of like churned sea.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Like some white caps into it. Yeah, that's great. Anything else for your turn?
But still additional panic. But I do
Okay.
believe that is it.
Okay. Keisha, it is your turn. I will also need that charisma saving throw from you, please.
Cool, I have a +5 from Proximus, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And also Winnie, because Winnie will say like, avert your gaze or whatever. Like,
Yes,
she
you do
knows
have the
from-
option to avert your gaze. Now
Is
that you
Flash
kind
of
of, like-
Genius a reaction, though, Eva?
Oh shit, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can get the +5 from Proximus, or you can avert your gaze and take disadvantage on physical attacks because you're kind of like looking away.
What was the DC? 12?
Actually, it doesn't.
15.
15? I will roll. I got a 19 on the die. We're good.
Nice.
And I would like to smash at it with my
Yeah.
Dragon Slayer short sword, please.
Go for it.
That is an 18 on the die for a 29. And I get sneak attack because Proximus is right there.
That's true.
So it's going to be 66. Do you need
Go ahead.
Do you need any anything separated? Any
No resistances or anything like that. Yeah, no, it's all the same. And yes, Winnie, you can use the Flash of Genius a number of times equal to your intelligence modifier.
It is a reaction. Yeah, I've got 5 of them per long rest, but it is a reaction.
Yes, you can use a reaction dad. Yes, you're absolutely correct. Thank you.
I got 23 points of damage.
Very nice. All right. Definitely
Plus-
looking rough.
I'm not. That's all I'm gonna do. I technically
Fair
have a
enough.
bonus action, but I don't have anything. So
All right, Winnie, we're back to you. Would you like to avert your gaze or do the charisma saving throw?
I would like to avert my gaze to look at the doll thing.
Sure.
Has it moved?
No.
Okay. Well, it's going to, because I would like to use. You said the Umber Hulk is aggressive to everything around it, right?
Yeah, like wild animal aggressive, like in a
Yeah.
place it wasn't a moment before.
I would like to use minor illusion to make it look like the doll thing is going after the Umber Hulk.
Okay. Okay. So what does this minor illusion look like?
I guess that it would be like standing up and like lurching towards the, kind of making like a. I'm so sorry. I hate it just as much as the rest of you. Like a lurchy, big movement, but probably disjointed to like kind of catch its attention, but also like it's swiping towards the. Obviously, it can't swipe the Umber Hulk, but.
Yeah, I think it has to be stationary as well. So are you just creating like a 5-foot version of this doll that looks? Because that's the whole thing with minor illusion. It's
Yeah, you're right. An image, still image.
But it can look like it can put up its dukes or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but also I think just appearing in a different format, it's like a 2-cell animation, right? So it's gonna kind of look like there's motion.
Well, sure, but the
Yeah,
the Umber
you're
Hulk
right.
still has to do a DC to see through
Yeah.
it. So
Yeah.
okay. All right. Anything else for your
Right.
turn?
I think that that should do it.
Okay. Proximus, would you like to avert your eyes, or would you like to do the DC? Michael, did you want to roll charisma, or did you want to avert your eyes?
I 100% froze. So
yeah, you're all good. I figured that's why I repeated. It's all good. I don't mind repeating myself.
I will do my charisma saving.
Okay, DC 15.
So that's a 19.
They'll do it.
And Proximus will go for 2 blows.
Okay.
Now, with Bardic Inspiration, I can use that with an
Attack roll. Mhm.
Attack roll. So that is a 23 to hit,
Mm-hmm. They'll do it.
and a 24 to hit.
Both hit.
Oh no, that's a 26. I'm sorry. And then another, I think, 2 level 1 divine smites. And then... Oh, that sucks. 9. Oop. 9. Oh, nuts. Did anybody see what my roll was on roll 20?
No, I didn't. Let me see.
Okay.
23,
23.
68.
Yes.
Yeah. It's 23.
So that is 45 points of damage.
45?
45 points of damage with the 2 hits. He spins around and then sticks it straight into his chest.
You all watch as Proximus, like with almost steam coming off of the bodies of these 2 enemies, finishes off, cuts through the carapace, and the psionic gaze from behind these insectoid eyes just fades and goes white, and this thing just collapses to the ground. You are out of initiative, and that's a fantastic time for us to take a break. So, stick around, everybody. We'll be back in about 10 to 15 and see if our intrepid heroes can solve the mystery of the Bagman and perhaps get their loved ones back, should they be all in one piece. It's weird music to put on right after I say that. Take care of yourselves. We'll be back shortly. Avast and welcome back, everybody. Sorry for the prolonged break. We here at Sword and Key headquarters have horses to deal with during break, so we appreciate your patience through that. Welcome back to Horizon's Call, episode 17 of season 3, The Bagman Cometh. I am Derek, I'm your GM. We're going to jump back into stuff here as the party finds themselves in the rotunda-esque room that they have found themselves in many times before in Winnie's brother's Rollins, a study of sorts, his kind of war room, which is just in tatters. Again, tapestries torn from the walls, furniture broken, books torn from the bookshelves lying all over the place, and just a pool of blood, all leading towards a bag of holding. And perhaps most mysteriously, a strange doll-like figure which has been left seated at the only surviving piece of furniture in the room. You all opened slightly the bag of holding to find a Barlgura and Umber Hulk pull their way free and just finished both of them off, so their steaming remains are left in this room. What would you all like to do?
Continue to panic.
Sure. Okay.
I hate that I'm going to have to say this.
I hate that you're going to have to say this.
You don't have to say this at all.
I think I have to say this, but I think we need to get in the bag.
Mm-hmm. I know you had to say it, but I still don't like it.
If I didn't say it, we were going to keep putting it off.
Will we fit in the bag?
They came out of it.
These 2 motherfuckers fit.
And
they're way over 500 pounds.
Yeah, okay,
I'm over 500 pounds.
That's a good point.
I think the trade was definitely for both of us. For all of us, it has to be a body for a body.
So only 2 of us go in?
Proximus, roll an investigation check.
Oh, I don't like that.
With a -1 modifier, that is a 6.
No.
Still, you're standing over the bodies. Hard to miss. On the back of both the Umber Hulk and the Barlgura, almost like carved into the carapace, and like still somewhat bleeding on the Barlgura, are the words "fair trade."
Fair trades for what?
Coffee?
Are you telling me that all of these people are just in the bag?
Well, I am going to go get my dad back. Whether the rest of you follow me is up to you.
I'm obviously going to follow you.
Yeah, no, I think we're all, like, doing this. The question is just, like, what is a fair trade? Because, like, we're missing a lot of people, and we got, what, these 2 things back? That's not...
I'm going to be honest. I don't give a shit about fair trade. I'm taking them back by force.
I agree with Acacia.
Well, yeah. But also, what about this thing? Gesturing at the doll.
We burn it.
I'm trying not to acknowledge it.
Yeah, I just don't like the idea of all of us being in a bag without anyone, like, out here watching that we're okay. Like, we're very vulnerable in there, is all I'm saying.
Do you want me to call Connery?
Jeffrey raises his little hand. I don't want to go in there. I would prefer not to go in there.
His accent changed so much.
It does. I don't know what Jeffrey's voice is. Most of the time he just repeats shit he hears, so I don't know.
No, this I think is just panic Jeffrey. Also, he can't go in there.
He can't. You're right.
Do not put a bag of holding into a bag of holding.
No.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
I mean, I could easily take it out, but also,
You just fixed his teeth.
Also,
we don't need version like 27 now.
No. I don't know. I can't say anything that. Okay.
Maybe take what you need from Jeffrey and bring it with you, and
I don't need anything that I can take, except him, but, keep an eye out, buddy, and if anything goes south, I guess grab the bag and
no, do not grab the bag, because you don't want to bring the bag into town with a lot of people.
Well, no, but he could go somewhere else.
Okay.
It's just looking back and forth.
Yeah. I mean, like, if it's between that and, like, the bag being destroyed, for example.
While we're at it.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I'm fine destroying the bag in general when no one's in it, but...
He walks over to the doll and points at it.
I don't know.
Do
Buddy,
we take the doll with us?
He goes to poke it.
No, do not touch.
Why would you... what, now you've just overcome your fears?
There's a time and a place, and right now is not it.
Keep an eye on it.
Can
Do we take it with us?
Wait, good.
Proximus.
And pokes it with his glaive.
You poke the doll? Okay. It doesn't move, but it's almost like it's something and it activates. You almost hear, you know, what we might identify as like the click of the recordings to start. And this music, this dun 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 dun. And then you begin to hear lyrics coming from this doll again. It doesn't move. This is just a recording. Go now, child, run and hide. The bagman, he waits deep inside. His fingers stretch out from within his twisted body and hardened skin. Go now, child, speak not his name. The bagman will come for you his claim. And sleep not near bag nor sack, or the bagman will drag you, body and soul, into the black. And then it kind of clips for a second, and you hear, follow my voice, follow my voice, follow my voice. And the bag seems to open with like a gust of wind, sort of beckoning you forward.
We have to go in, don't we?
Oh yeah, no, we have to go in. You good, little Jeffrey? You okay? Yeah, okay.
I'll never be okay again.
Yeah.
rip this bag right out of my mouth.
All right, I'm going. And I'll start walking towards the
okay.
the bag.
Do you want me to hold it open for you, or
Nope. I'm gonna pretend I'm jumping into really cold water. I'm not gonna think about it, and I'll just go.
Jump in. Yep.
Not thinking about it.
I'll
Action
follow
first.
right after.
I am going to cast invisibility on little Jeffrey.
Okay.
Because I don't know. It's concentration, but I don't know why I wouldn't be able to hold it while I'm in the bag. I mean, it's concentration, but like, I mean, once it's cast, like, it doesn't say anything about planes.
Alright.
Or distance, like, I mean, I have to touch him, which I would do before I got in the bag, but...
Yeah. The little Jeffrey's invisible.
Okay. And I realized that, like, can't do a lot of stuff while I'm doing that, but...
And you all dive into the bag. You all experience darkness on the level where you've never experienced darkness before. The absolute absence of light as your body is compressed. I also know that we have some stuff with claustrophobia that's going to hit for just a second. It is pressing for a moment. And it's almost like trying to wiggle out of a ball pit if all of the balls in the ball pit weighed like 10 pounds. It's difficult. You are pushing through objects. Some of them are sharp. Some of them are dull. Some of them heavy, light. There's wet, heat. There's every sensation you can possibly imagine. It feels like pulling yourself through sand and sludge until you keep pushing and pressing, all of you in this tunnel together, working your way forward. Keisha being the first, you find yourself in this darkness, just pressing as hard as you can against what you can identify as an opening, the end of this tunnel, this space that you know you need to break through. I will get a strength saving throw from you.
I can do that. I got an 18, and as I am kind of like trying to push through this like tight space. There, none of y'all see it yet, but definitely when we all get to the other side, there is a tenseness to Acacia, slight hyperventilation. The tail is flicking. Bad.
Is Scarlet standing behind you to she get flicked in the face?
Probably. Maybe not the face. I don't think you're that short.
No, 5'10".
Wait, you're taller than I thought you were. I thought you were like 6, 5'6", 5'7".
As Acacia forces her way through, you all are able to follow into what is still a small space, but enough for all of you to stand up. And it is dimly lit here by some sort of astral glow, as all around you are these little pocket dimensions. These they don't even appear as doorways, just these floating amorphous shapes that you all know what a bag of holding is. It's a pocket dimension. I just don't think you necessarily all realized that someone or something has been carving a path between them, an astral line, like a spinal column, and every connection to it a rib or vertebra of pocket dimensions that have all been linked, that something not of this plane has been burrowing. And you find yourself along this inhuman-made path. And before you is... you can't really see the astral plane. You can feel it in a way. And like the light that is coming is likely coming from the astral plane, this place of stars and place where you are not meant to be. I will also note that you all are starting to feel short of breath.
Scarlet, you probably do bump into my behind because as soon as Acacia gets out, she does not move. Her hands are white knuckle grip on her staff.
Give like an apologetic little hat and move off to the side.
Can we get around? Like, are we all able to exit into the
There's limited gravity here, so yes, you're all in this in-between space. No longer in your bag of or the bag of holding that was on the ground. Somewhere else. Somewhere in between bags of holding. Somewhere that probably was never meant to be for beings such as yourselves. And again, there is little air to breathe.
I don't have anything.
If it's like a vertebra, isn't there like one more bag down the chain?
I mean, again, you're surrounded by what are likely bags of holding. All these countless amorphous blobs that all represent different bags of holding.
Cool, we just take one and go and dive through?
Is there blood or traces of anything?
No, you are in an astral plane. There is, it's so far from what the material plane would represent. There's not blood.
Yeah.
There's barely gravity. There's no air. There's just you all on a place that you should not be. This is as alien as any of you have ever seen. None of you have ever stepped place in a place like this before. You are never meant to step foot in a place like this before. This place should not exist. It was formed by something that should not exist.
What does it look like behind us? Is it just like a tear in the space of reality, or is there like any sort of
Or
physical...
does it look like the same blobs that are
the blob that you've forced your way out of, almost like a reverse osmosis, is just drifting off. Like there's just maybe spine is the wrong word. Like branches on a tree. All of these little paths that all connect, that are constantly shifting and changing, like a DNA strand with an infinite amount of chromosomes attached to it. This, quintillion helix that is twisting. It's hard for your brain to wrap around, and countless paths that you can take.
Oh, we're going to be stuck here forever. I'm just gonna run towards a random blob and go for it.
I'm going to curse the shit out of Scarlet while I pull out my shell phone and see Rollin, can you hear me? Are you there?
One moment, please.
Yeah. The one time when he remembers the fucking shell phone.
But Roland doesn't have a shell phone, right?
He
Right,
does.
but you can
I thought he did.
use.
I thought he did too.
No.
I think we determined a
We
couple episodes that
we
he
all
did not.
had this determination. We
We
all
determine this
Yeah.
every third session.
Maybe.
Yes.
No.
I will go back. I will double check, but I believe the consensus was that he did not last time. However, you can still cast sending with the shell phones. Okay, the spell, blah blah blah, across any distance,
Okay,
even
well
to other
then-
planes of existence. Okay.
Perfect. Then I would indeed use sending, if that's...
Do you send to Rollin?
Yes?
That was a confirmation.
Yes.
Yes. Well, y'all can
you-
use it for whoever you want. I'm talking to
Yeah,
Roland.
You receive only static in return. There's no one to answer on the other end.
Would I know if that means...
No.
Like... Okay.
It could
Um,
be that he's not answering. You do not receive an answer.
Okay. Well, I got nothing. I guess we're picking a random... Scarlet's random hole.
Scarlet's random hole. Scarlet, go ahead and roll for investigation now that you have dived dived into a
Dove?
pocket plane.
Dived?
Dove. You went head first into a pocket dimension. What do you
Yeah.
find within?
Oh, I have no idea. Whatever a 22 gets me.
Okay. I'm going to count this both as luck and investigation, depending on what you find. You reason as you force your way into this pocket dimension. There is darkness all around. You can feel glass bottles all around you. And there's nothing like broken, nothing sharp, but there's just like that clinking all about as you kind of go into this thing. Maybe this person's carrying around a bunch of potions. Maybe this is the whole bag of holding of an alchemist, but maybe an alcoholic. You can't really tell what's in the bottles, but just, yeah, that is what you feel, is what you experience when you go in.
I breathe?
No, there is no air in the bags of holding, so you all are, we're getting to the point where we might have to have some rolls here.
Casting underwater breathing doesn't help when you're in a pocket
It does not.
dimension. I don't have just make oxygen as a spell. I'll pull back out of the fucking hole I was in.
Do you take any bottles with you?
If they're
Sure,
bottles of
I'll
water,
grab what I can.
Okay.
It's underwater breathing.
I can just breathe underwater anyway.
Scarlet, go ahead and roll me a d4.
Okay.
You know, I do have a spell that's not prepared called Air Bubble.
A 4.
Yes.
Perfect. You find 4 bottles in your hand. All of them are marked with an alchemical symbol that you might not recognize. And it is to the point where if you all talk too much, I am going to, because you really only have 5-ish minutes of air between all of you. So what would you like to do with these bottles, if anything? What would you like to do next?
Show them to Winnie.
Winnie,
Do I know what they look like? Or what they mean?
give me an intelligence roll, please. If you would like
Shove
to
them in
add
Winnie's face.
Arcana probably makes sense for this one.
24.
It is the alchemical symbol for air on these bottles.
I just dropped my notes. Do I know what an air symbol on a bottle typically means?
Could mean a couple of things. You do know that there is something called bottled breath that contains like a non-sentient kind of like air elemental sort. It basically lets you hold your breath for an hour, like hold in a little non-sentient air elemental, and you don't have to breathe.
Did you handed me the bottle, or did you just point to the symbol?
I shoved them in your face.
Okay, I'm gonna drink one or swallow it and see what happens.
Inhale, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, you pop it, air goes right into your lungs, fills your lungs, and it's that like sustaining kind of like, it's a pseudo respiration where you feel like you don't need
No, it's
to
fine.
breathe
Say
out.
less. Say less.
Great.
I will thrust them at everyone else and just say, it's air. Good thinking, Scarlet.
Well, are you saying that?
Oh no, I probably have to hold my breath, and I would probably
You sure do.
suspect that. So I will put my finger over my lips and puff out my cheeks. I would probably do that in reverse order.
Playing charades, but
Yep.
gonna do it.
If only you all had some sort of psychic link.
Yeah.
Acacia's having a panic attack.
No,
That's fair. That's
valid.
fair.
Actually,
Acacia's
we have
literally
two-
having a panic attack and
we have-
probably draining all the
do have-
oxygen.
I
Two
do have-
individuals who have said that they are panicking.
I do have paper, so I would probably actually write a little thing, assuming the gravity works on my pencil or quill or whatever I have.
Yeah, it's not a ballpoint pen. It's not like the astronauts had to. Acacia, would you like to roll to see if you are frightened?
I don't think I need to roll, Derek.
Okay, well, I'm
like,
self-imposed
I'm not going to describe.
conditions aside.
I'm not going to describe the panic attack for everybody, but yes, Acacia is hyperventilating and having an attack, and probably saying something under her breath about how small it is in here.
I never want to impose active conditions on all of you without a dice roll, or unless you will.
I have been waiting for you to thrust Acacia into a small space.
Can I just
and here we find ourselves.
Motion for Acacia to look at me, and just I'm gonna open the bottle and get you to inhale it, but also to just then cover your mouth. It's not gonna help in the long run, but it's gonna help in the long run.
I will not die.
You won't die, but you gotta stop hyperventilating.
It is both the smallest space and infinity at the same time.
Luckily, Scarlet is a telepath, so I can say words into your brain, along the lines of don't exhale, don't speak. It's okay.
Don't speak. I know what you're thinking.
So when you have when you have your
I'm
hands
in your generation.
I'm gonna wild shape into something small and be in your hands. So you now have a weasel in your hands, and the space is much bigger.
Oh my god.
Acacia's comfort form, a weasel.
I love how
appears.
Kaila was so excited it blew her mic.
Yeah, blew the mic
It
out.
was
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah, Kaila, do you want to repeat what you said?
You get the whole weasel, Acacia.
You get to hold weasel Acacia. There's a couple good chunk of little bit for scuttering before sitting down, and then I'll activate the mind link. It's gonna be 3 hours.
Do you want
That's
to ride
good.
in the
We'll
pocket, or
be dead after one? So
you good?
Just don't put me in a put me in a pocket.
Do you want to hang out on the shoulder?
Can you just hold me for now?
Yeah. Just... No, that'll hold you like I hold Serena. I know how to hold animals.
You do
somehow. I have a cat now, apparently.
You did a lot of secret animal handling roles with the Flittons when we weren't looking.
Mm-hmm.
I distinctly remember that from season 1.
Yep, that did happen, and somehow I have ended up with my own Tressum, so must have done something right. Cats choose you.
Bless.
Fact.
Cool. We're back in the middle space. Is Scarlet the only one that went into the
Scarlet's
bag?
the only one that went into that one pocket dimension and came back out.
Okay.
For the record, I hate this.
Yup. On the one hand, I want to be excited about all the potential, but it's also sort of just a nightmare, so that's fine.
And our loved ones could be dead.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Did
the
you see
nightmare
anyone
part.
in there?
No, all I felt were bottles.
All these tears look the same?
Roll for investigation.
Why don't I ever leave it up? Investigation is 23.
Different pocket dimensions have slightly different hues to them, even in this dim light. They kind of give off a sort of light themselves, even though they are dark within. Blues, purples, greens, mostly cooler colors. You notice that some of them are darker than others, blackened even. And as you're looking around, you can start to see claw marks on some of them. Not that they've been torn open. Almost like tracks. Like something's been pushing off of or scratching into these things.
Does one have the most scratches?
I don't think any of them have any more. From what you're seeing, none of them have any more scratches than any others.
What about the one that Scarlet just left?
I don't think so. No scratches on that one necessarily. They're kind of all just floating around. Keisha, again with that insane passive perception, and I'm guessing even higher hearing as a weasel.
I have a advantage on scent and hearing. I think I shouldn't have closed it out. I literally just had up the weasel stat block. Advantage on hearing or smell.
Why don't you give me a hearing perception check, Winnie?
I would point out the scratches to everyone else.
I got an 18 plus 13, so 31.
Yeah. Winnie, I would say you would note that the scratches all seem to be heading in a certain direction, what would be essentially forward for all of you. Keisha, you pick up the very familiar sound of your dad, Darius, yelling out in pain.
What direction?
Forward. Hard to tell exactly where in this, endless expanse, and yet sound seems to travel in here, so it has the potential to hold oxygen, right? It's not necessarily a void, but sound is difficult in here, but it is definitely forward. It is somewhere in this, again, ball pit of pocket dimensions.
Forward, then?
I will sit up on my hind legs with my nose in the direction I hear Dad. That way. That way.
Yeah, down the tracks.
No, I hear Dad.
Using
Forward it
Keisha
is.
to guide you, you all begin to travel forward, jumping almost on top of pocket dimension to pocket dimension until you find one that is just like tar on the outside. Like a tar pit, just, shifting in this absence of gravity as all of them kind of bounce off and almost stick to each other for a moment. And it is very clear to Acacia this is where you are meant to be.
We're gonna kill it now, right?
I feel so uncomfortable.
That's what we do, right? We kill things.
Things
that
like
deserve
this. Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright,
this
let's
should
go.
not exist.
All right. Going in, I guess.
All of you?
Tight little hole just to make sure.
I'm not going anywhere. My little claws will dig into you first.
Just easy on the back, please.
You all touch the outside of this thing, and again, like osmosis, it begins to pull you in, almost again like tar pulling you into this blackness. And if you all check roll 20, you enter
I don't wanna.
the pocket dimension, the home dimension of the Bagman.
Things I hate it.
This one actually does have light. There seems to be a candle burning, a light coming from an unknown source towards the center, and at this swirling almost tornado of objects, not as fast as a tornado, but like, a slow cyclone. All these objects kind of spinning around in this space, distorted in their size. From, Winnie, you look down to see you are standing on the flat of a blade of a sword. Proximus, you look down, you're standing on the edge of a book. Its bookmark almost as large as you beneath your feet. Scarlet standing on a playing card. And Keisha, not where I left you.
I move myself next to Scarlet because Scarlet's holding me.
Oh, valid point. So yes, Keisha, yes. Tiny little weasel Acacia on Scarlet's arm. I will resize you as well. And
No,
then
you don't bother. I'm probably gonna transform out at
Fair
some point.
towards the center, you see your loved ones. You see there is Darius held in some sort of stasis with magical energy coming off of him, seeping into this figure at the center that I'll describe in a moment. You see Dominera, you see Rollin, you see Marcus, all of them caught in this stasis, all of them seeping this energy towards this massive figure at the center that looks much like the doll. Tall, impossibly emaciated, long hair covering whatever of a face it has beneath, with eyes that you can see glowing from beneath the hair, these elongated fingers which end in nails that have become claws, these skinny legs, and just a skin that is no longer skin, that has been turned into a hardened shell of what it was, like what's the word I'm looking for? Like a callus, just like a literal callus of skin over all of it, and nothing that would resemble any type of humanoid color anymore. And this thing is just pulling the energy from all four of these individuals. I presume we are going to be starting combat here, so if you would like to, please roll for initiative.
Surprise horse me. Throw me.
Are you sure?
Throw me.
Okay, I'll throw Acacia.
Oh, I do not have an advantage because I do not have my shield on me technically right now. Oh, yeah, I'm a weasel. I have weasel stats.
You are a weasel. Siren throwing a weasel.
I have
Shit
a
gets
plus
weird.
3 instead of my plus 10.
It's fine.
I got a 6.
I got a 12. Nope, 11. Can't math.
It's okay, this works out. As long as I'm behind you, it works out.
So we're going to have Winnie got a dirty 20. Okay. And then Proximus, Scarlet, BM for Bagman, and then Acacia. Okay. Winnie, top of the order. You have some distance between you, your loved ones, and the Bagman towards the center, who doesn't seem to have noticed you yet. What would you like to do?
Okay, with presumably confirmation that the Bagman is here and little Jeffrey is quote-unquote safe.
Mm-hmm.
How big is he?
He is technically size huge.
No.
Just no. No,
I don't like it.
That can be changed with the
That-
reduced spell.
That can be changed. Potentially. I think what I would like to do in this awful space is make him a more manageable size and reduce him.
Okay.
So I'm going to drop concentration on invisibility, and it's a Constitution 18.
Okay. Let's see. He has a +6 and he rolled a 17, so he succeeds on Constitution save.
When he is just in the psychic link going to go, well, I fucking tried, and cast Bardic Inspiration on I guess Proximus is next. So Proximus gets it again.
Okay.
And Winnie's just gonna echo what little Jeffrey said before, and like, she's just panicked because this is awful, and she's used to using little Jeffrey for her like bardic stuff, so she's just like mimicking little Jeffrey's voice as she says like, go Proximus, like, you can do this, you're so great, come on,
Please?
holy himbo, like.
You can do this, right?
Yeah.
I do have a question.
Yeah.
Can we breathe here?
No. Well,
Cool.
Well, that
I'm
was
try.
fucking useless.
Oh,
you can try. Because the Bagman... Yeah, I think I did determine that this plane is different. So, yes, you can if you would like.
That's it, 'cause
That was still in
my
Winnie's
spells have
head.
a vocal.
Yeah, the
Well, yeah.
spell casting.
Yeah.
Has
With your
a
verbal
vocal.
components.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you're really just trying to fuck me over, aren't you?
it's just a lot of like fast whispering. Witches.
So Proximus, it is your turn.
How far am I out?
You are. Let's get the old ruler out. So from the Bagman, from farthest point, 40 feet.
Oh, okay.
I should also note that Winnie, when you cast that spell, because the Bagman did have to, work against it, resist it. All of those red eyes you can see on the battle map, all of them open at once. You are all unable to hide, turn invisible, or otherwise obstruct your visage in any way. You cannot hide where you are in the Bagman's realm.
I hate that.
So they are hive eyes. Okay.
Literally hate it.
Yeah. I am going to fly 50 feet. I am going to get right up on his backside, and I am going to onto. Actually, before I do that, I'm gonna use 2 sorcery points and cast Fireball. Oh wait, what was the dex? There was a dex save before, right? Winnie?
Or a dex save for what?
Never mind. I'm just gonna jump in and slash him twice. I'm being. I don't know where.
You're
I'm
all good. You're fine.
16 plus 11. That is 14 plus 11. So 23 and a 27 to hit.
Both will hit.
I'm gonna do. Why am I? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm a little freaked out. Level 2 Divine Smite. Here we go. It's 31 radiant damage. That's 61 points of damage total, and then it's 31 radiant damage. And I just jump in there and.
So
Go
92 in total?
No.
Oh.
61 total.
61 total? Okay. Proximus, I also need a Constitution saving throw from you as you entered. I apologize, I didn't say that a second ago.
Is it Constitution?
Mm-hmm.
Dirty 20.
Great. You only take 22 necrotic hit damage.
As I jump to the.
You have entered its vortex of life-draining energy. So you all would watch as Proximus flies in, that same kind of like life-draining pull that's coming from your loved ones is also now coming off of Proximus. So yes, Proximus 22 necrotic damage, and and you did 61 towards it. Okay.
Do we notice that that's an effect?
You would see that like the same energy that's coming off is also coming off of Proximus now. So Proximus looks hurt. I would say that's not a fun.
We
It's
we
kind
can
of the
put two
same-
and two together to get 4.
Yeah, it's not the same thing as like, or it's similar to what do I say, like inflict wounds. Like what does inflict wounds look like, right? Okay.
As a bonus
Cool.
action, I will use 3 sorcery points to have Smokey come out of my shadow.
Good boy.
Okay. Give me a second to pull Smokey up. Eva, if you don't mind while I'm doing that, believe we have a giveaway?
We heckin' do, thanks to Kaila. I love that I'm announcing this.
I don't run the channel. I just work here.
Once I get to the right thing, we are giving away a $25. Hang on, I need to come up with a snazzy keyword. I'm sorry to everyone. A $25 Friday Tea gift card. Thanks to Ms. Kaila. And
Hashtag Bagman.
that's what it is. I just need to rename. There we go.
Bagman.
Friday Tea gift card. And save. And all right. We've got giveaway. It only works
while
if you
you're doing
spell
that,
it right, friends.
Proximus, if you summon Smokey, I also need that Constitution saving throw from Smokey, being in the same aura.
Oh.
Hey, I know. I do what I have to, okay?
You can ignore the rules.
Smokey has plot armor.
Yeah, Smokey has.
Smokey can be resummoned.
Exactly.
Smokey, if Jeffrey doesn't have plot armor, neither does Smokey.
Fair enough.
The Tressums have plot armor. That's
I'm frozen. Hey.
Oh no, F.
Wh-
F to
one more
Michael.
time, Michael.
Wow, I just keep going in and out.
It's all good.
Sweet.
17. Okay. So Smokey will take 44 necrotic.
I
Yeah,
think Smokey immediately dissipates.
I wondered. Okay.
Yeah. Just smoke.
Okay.
Hashtag Bagman to make yourselves feel better about that awful happening.
I kind of see that, and I'm like, don't throw me.
Bye, Smokey. Bye, Smokey.
Yeah, bye.
Because there's no way for me to pass the con check, so I'll be taking full damage as a weasel, and then it'll immediately go into Acacia's hit points.
Scarlet, it is your turn.
Wonderful. I would like to cast Dispel Magic at 6th level.
Okay.
Not on the bag and on the circle.
Okay.
On that center.
Let's see.
Fuck up that magical ritual.
So what is the area of Dispel Magic?
I can cast it up to 120 feet.
120
It doesn't.
feet. Okay.
It doesn't have like an area effect or anything, but I have
you're affecting a specific spell or magical effect with it. So you're trying to dispel the
whatever is
Bagman's...
hurting people.
Okay, you're trying to eliminate the vortex of life-draining energy. Technically not a spell, but I still like this. So, 6th level. I'm so unfamiliar with Dispel Magic. So
When I cast the spell using a spell slot of 4th level or higher, automatically end the effects of the spell on the target if the spell level is equal to or less than the level of spell slot you used.
Okay, so it has to be at least a 6th level spell. I don't even think this
or
thing has...
it can be it has to
check.
do yeah.
The check
So
if
it
it's
would
higher.
have to beat 16.
Okay. This equals 10 plus the spell levels. All right, or this is where I'm confused. So it's an ability check that would be a DC 18 Constitution saving throw. So I don't know if that's automatically or if it spells.
Does it have spellcasting stats?
No, technically it doesn't. This is just one of its
Any
action
abilities.
ability things. These equals 10 plus the spells. I'll tell you what. Give me a what would your charisma? If you roll charisma 18 or higher, and I will say that you can eliminate it for. We'll roll a d4 for how many turns.
I'm gonna use my crit that I have that I've been saving for 2 seasons now.
Okay.
I don't want to fuck with this.
All right, and then roll me a d4.
That's a 3.
So you have eliminated the life-draining vortex for 3 turns.
Okay.
Anything else for your turn?
Wait, so is this a tangible effect? That
Yeah, so you would all watch as Scarlet dispels the magic of this vortex. All of the pull, this literal, I mean, you can watch the souls of your loved ones being sapped away. That kind of just gets cut off. And you start to see them revitalize just a little bit. They're all unconscious right now. But the Bagman now is furious that you've ended its meal.
is this the same effect that hit Smokey and Proximus?
Yes.
Wait, throw me!
I'm gonna run into the circle for the rest of my action, so
I'm not
Go
sure I have
away.
enough movement.
I don't know.
She
if
hasn't
I have
moved.
much movement, but I have
Right, but you also can't jump into the black space. You kind of have to hop on the objects, which is part of the map. You cannot jump into the void where the eyes are. So you should be able to. What is that? That's 10, 20, 30. No, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. It'd be 55, 60 feet to get to the edge of the circle.
Okay. I will do that.
Okay.
Can I throw Acacia as a bonus action? As I'm running?
Not really.
Okay, that's fair. I'd say I've got away with a lot this turn, so that's fair.
You could offhand attack, offhand throw something. You just can't apply any stats to it, so it would just be a base roll.
I mean, my strength is +0 anyway.
Sure, but
It's
this
a
is
range
dex.
attack. It's dex based.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just gonna throw you to get you in the circle, not necessarily to attack anything.
Well, I mean, you're aiming a ferret, so
Weasel.
whatever. Aim that polecat and go ahead and give me a throw attack.
18.
Okay, yeah. Acacia, you as Scarlet, I will move. You have 30 feet of movement, so you can get right here. You throw
Perfect.
Acacia. Acacia, you land on a set of books just at the far edge, right near Roland's unconscious body. Anything else for your turn, Scarlet?
No.
Pure chaos. Okay.
You're welcome.
Uh-huh. Bagman's turn. Bagman's just
No!
had his meal ended.
My turn.
No, you're last. You rolled a 2.
No, I rolled a 6.
You rolled Bagman still rolled more than you.
Fuck
Bagman,
him.
yeah, well. Yeah, you did roll a 6. I think he had a 10. He was right beneath Scarlet. So, let's see. There's nobody with 0 hit points. Bummer. But he does have 2 claw attacks, and Proximus is right there. So, Proximus, he's going to make 2 claw attacks at you. That is a 24. That is a 22. And let's see. You are going to take.
I'm going to, as a reaction, throw up shield.
Good call.
Does that block one of them?
It blocks
Increases
one.
AC. This is the spell shield, right?
Right,
Yeah,
right. The
spell
reactions.
shield, plus
yeah.
5, so that would be a 24.
Okay, so I can't remember what I rolled. I rolled a 24 and a 22, so
Right.
neither hit then. Or I guess one hits
One
because
would
it's
hit.
only for
Meter beat.
one.
Right.
Yeah, well, it's only for one attack. So the first attack, what doesn't hit, hits the shield. The shield breaks. Second attack
Shield
hits.
lasts until the end of your turn, I believe.
That's it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think
remember
one of them
spells
hits
today.
anyway, so.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Cool. It's going to be 35 points of slashing and necrotic damage. I can break those up if you need. Okay. And that is it for Bagman's turn. He otherwise would keep sucking, but somebody decided to block his suck. Bummer. Acacia, you have been thrown. You are technically still a weasel. What
I
would you
am
like to
not
do?
a weasel.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to drop the wild shape, which I don't know if costs an action or not. Bonus, or yeah,
think
you
it's a
use a
bonus
bonus action to
Yeah.
de-transform. So basically, what happens is if the weasel lands, it's immediately into a charging acacia towards the bagman.
Very cool.
Fortunately, I cannot do the hoofs attack on a charge because I used my bonus action to untransform, but that does not stop me with a shield and a sword to fuck up the bagman. Because this thing has kidnapped my dad and tried to kill him, is everyone okay if I use the group crit?
All thumbs up.
I would like to use the group crit.
Mhm.
Proximus is right there, so I will
Mhm.
have double damage on everything, and 5e is my favorite when it comes to rogues because it does double the sneak attack. It's
True.
my favorite. I'm gonna double the dice. That's gonna be 12d6.
Okay. 55 hit points left.
Ready?
Go for it.
So it's this number plus an extra 6. Ooh, unfortunately, it's only 50 hit points
Okay.
total.
Okay.
You want it to happen.
I want it to happen, but I also want something bad to happen.
Okay.
Acacia, I'm going to say you finish the Bagman. Your charging strike cuts through this figure that wasn't even looking at you. Just evaporates into shadow. And you look around at all the eyes, which all seem to focus in at you in this central point. And you hear a voice that just says, "I've learned something today. Maybe I'll be back. We'll see." Tell Jeffrey I said hi. With that, we are out of combat.
I'm not telling Jeffrey he said hi.
So a reminder that the keen mind feat means that you remember everything that you see and hear in perfect clarity for a month. So Winnie is just
Not
you
happy.
you don't usually have nightmares when you trance, but this is why she doesn't sleep anymore. Shit like this keeps happening.
So, the Bagman is defeated. All of the eyes blink out of existence. However, this pocket dimension begins to rumble and shift like an earthquake beneath your feet, and everything starts to go bad very fast. I will need dexterity saving throws from you all.
Is it how close Proximus do I have to be to you
10
to get
feet.
the how many?
10 feet.
All right, I
10
do
feet.
not do that.
It's not very high, but
Yeah.
14.
I got a 14 because I rolled low.
Winnie, would Scarlet, what about you? Proximus?
I was muted. I had a 9.
14.
23.
Okay. Winnie, you fall off of that sword and start falling into the abyss below.
If I can do something, I cast fly on myself.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
The rest of you are able to keep your feet in this earthquake, but you need to find a way out of here like 2 seconds ago.
I go grab my dad.
Yeah.
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 To be fair, Scarlet's gonna ask Proximus for help because she has +0 for strength.
All of your loved ones have regained consciousness somewhat now that the Bagman is gone. They are incredibly weakened, but can, for the most part, keep their feet. There's no intense physical damage to them.
Okay.
That's trauma.
I am going to throw Marcus over my shoulder, and then I will
Fucking
grab
fireman carry.
Dominera and get under her shoulder.
It's not what fireman carry means.
That's definitely not. a
Fireman carries like this, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's definitely not a fireman
Sorry, that's
carry.
what my
But-
brain went
yeah.
to.
Michael, can you
I-
boost your volume just a smidge?
Who?
You.
Me?
Yeah,
Yes.
if you can.
Crank it.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I just want the visual of Proximus holding Marcus with his butt in the air. I just think it would be funny.
Marcus like, I can walk. I'm fine.
You're fine. You're fine. Sit back. And relax.
A lot of heat coming off this ass.
It's very warm.
What would happen if I cast Dimension Door?
On Marcus's butt? Weird. That's a really good question. Let me look into what a Dimension Door does.
While Proximus is helping Dominera and Marcus, I will grab Dad and Rollin and throw them both on my back. I don't care if there is disgruntled annoyance.
So it would teleport you to another space in this pocket dimension.
Oh, so
You-
I can't like a Dimension Door out of the bag of holding.
No, you need to find a way out. Yeah, because
I-
it says it only is within the plane you are.
I-
Oh.
I would like to look around for an exit, please.
And
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead. I was just gonna say, I know Darius was not doing well, like, when we were on our way. I would like to just do a quick once over to see if anyone is, like... You know what? I'm just gonna cast Mass Healing Word once I'm back up on stable ground.
Okay. Everyone gets some health back. Acacia, there are no obvious exits in here. It is much like where you need to force your way out, perhaps. You need to cut your way out, perhaps. It's a bag of holding.
Weak point? Is there a weak point of exit? That's
Give me an investigation check.
Can you turn back into a weasel and smell your way out?
okay. Offline, I want to just have to offline just so I don't forget. I want to talk about the difference between investigation and perception because I have different things. Because like perception, I always think you're just like looking, and perception, you're like digging and looking.
Yeah, investigation I always thought is looking for something specific, and perception is just kind of like what you get around.
Awareness versus...
In the book, perception is definitely your senses.
Yeah, if you're looking
smelling,
for a
touching.
way out, that always read to me as you are trying to investigate for a doorway or something.
It's
We can call it
deduction-
perception if you'd like. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine. But yes, if you would like to use perception, we can do that for this one too, because it
Yeah.
makes sense for that.
Yeah, because I've never interpreted it that way at all, and I'm very
There's
confused.
a thin line between them both, and
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't like how 5e does it. All right, am I okay? I used perception this time.
Yes.
Okay. A 30.
Okay. Keisha, looking around this darkened space with light that's almost flickering. You know, the eyes go on this void seemingly that you could fall into. Above you, you can see almost a pinhole, like directly above you, like an oculus in a dome. And it seems like that might be your way out.
I point.
Acacia points up. So, Winnie, you have fly. Proximus, you got winged boots. How else is everybody else getting there?
I could fly, but I can't fly with this much weight.
Take a rope. I have a rope somewhere.
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah, I have rope. Fuck. Muted everywhere. I also have rope and fly, so
I also have rope. I do not have fly.
yeah.
I don't know.
So
Okay.
So, with rope, who's flying up then?
that'd be me, because I don't have a Genasi ass and
Okay.
I will put them down and I'll fly.
I think,
with
Proximus, you
you.
can still fly with your winged boots, and
It doesn't have a weight.
right, you know, as long as you can
Requirement.
physically pick them up and you have enough strength for it, you should be good with that. So who is going through first?
I mean,
I will with
Okay.
the two. I try to throw them.
Okay. Proximus, you get up to the pinhole and are able to kind of like force Marcus's foot through. And it gives way just enough to where you are like shoving his head. He's like, I've got it. Please stop pushing. You were able to shove him onto whatever is on the other side. Dominaria looks at you and goes, if you push me, I will kill you. And
I think
grabs
you have
either
this under
side,
control. Yes.
pulls her way through as well. Are you going to pull others up with you, or are you going through the hole with
I'm
the
gonna
rope?
make sure that they go through, and
They're
then
through.
I will go back down.
Okay. So who's next then?
I mean, I would be behind, I guess, securing the rope. Ropes, plural. I don't know the length we're talking about, but
You only really need one. I'm just
Yeah.
at this point, I'm assuming you all can get out. Just tell me who goes out.
I would be next, so I can, yeah, drop the
Okay.
rope.
I wait until Rollin and Darius go.
Okay. So Winnie with the rope, Roland and Darius are able to travel out as well. Presuming Scarlet, Proximus, Acacia being the ones left, you find your way out of this collapsing bag of holding, this pocket dimension that is no longer has the structural integrity of the being that held it together to sustain much longer, and it begins to almost crumple, like you're crumpling a piece of paper in your hand behind you as you just at the last second get back out, forcing your way through Jeffrey's jaws into the same room where you found yourselves before. And as Jeffrey cat hacks you all up, pah! You lived!
Yeah,
It
buddies.
was. Oh, I hate that. Oh,
That's
the
unfortunate.
Bagman was in him the entire time.
Oh no.
Do not tell him that.
What?
No, I didn't say that out
Nothing.
loud. That was Mare.
Okay. The Bagman's been inside all of us. Right here.
No, just Jeffrey.
That's the friends we made along the way. Bagman we made along the way.
Is my bag gone?
Is your no, you no.
Okay. Just checking.
Just the
No,
just
again,
the
think of
weird
it
tunnel
like-
system.
No, that's
Yeah.
fine. I was just making
Yeah.
sure that it hadn't destroyed my bag of holding in the process.
Nope.
Proximus
Your
looks
bag
for
is still
the-
there. Just fine.
for the doll.
Yeah, I'm burning that bitch.
Yeah, the doll's still there. If
Nope,
you go to
burned.
touch it, it sings the same song.
Nope, burning it.
Okay. As you burn it, it sings the same song, but distorted and even
Firebolt.
worse.
Great.
Yeah, firebolt.
Great.
Yeah.
I just firebolt, 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 firebolt.
It's a cantrip. Don't care as long as it takes.
All right. You all find yourselves standing in Roland's ready room. Great alliteration. Love that.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, congratulations. You've defeated the Bagman for today.
I hate him.
Like
He's
any
terrible.
great villain, is he ever really dead?
Thanks.
Hate him.
So,
Coming
whose
next
blood
year-
is this?
I don't want to think about it.
I kind of want to know.
Oh yeah, were all the militia just on like lunch?
Yeah, they weren't at the post.
Yeah.
Whose
Good.
blood is this?
Marcus looks at you. It's a little bit of everyone's. We had a bit of a scuffle with the Bagman who did come out after the doll did its little sing-song thing. And so there's a little bit of me. Dominera contributed quite a bit. Not so much of Rollins. Looks at him. Abjuration magic is fun, huh?
I would like to not talk about the Bagman.
Yeah, this just
I just want to know if
never
anyone is
happened.
going to die.
You know what? It's not an issue anymore, and I will cast Create or Destroy Water to make it start washing away the blood.
Press
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna
I was
press
just
digitate the blood
as much
spots
as I
away.
can.
just
Just 1 foot square at a
a
time.
lot of
It's
water.
literally just
and
raining.
the other three of us just like doing it grid style.
Actually, how much?
Wait.
How big of an area does this affect?
Proximus, Michael, do you have prestidigitation or just mending?
I do.
Okay, I thought so.
Yeah, alter the water falls in a 30-foot cube within range. It's raining. I
And
try
this
not
is
to hit any
why
books.
You don't want to live downhill from Rollin. It all came back around.
Rollins looking at all the books on the floor and goes, well, at least some of these were salvageable. And then it starts raining and it's just...
It's salvageable.
please
It's a
get
light
out.
drizzle. It's a light drizzle.
Can I use Gus to not be wet?
Weirdly enough,
You're a siren.
now listen, weirdly enough, this is maybe the first time you all have spoken out loud. The first time you all open your mouth, a gust of wind comes out. That is part of the potion
I love
of
it.
Oh
breathing.
yeah.
Wait, I'm sorry. You said after you said like Scarlet was a siren, I just had the image of, is this an H2O just add water moment?
No.
Oh my god.
No.
Can it?
Yeah.
Just the
Please?
fact that you
No.
don't want to get a new tattoo wet.
Oh, right.
Also,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
nobody knows except for Acacia, so when you were talking about, like, not being able to sit down earlier, like, Winnie
Yeah.
just wasn't going to ask.
That's fair.
Congratulations, you all. Rollin tells you all to get the fuck out of his house as he needs to clean up. You all get to decide
Give
where
him
you
the
get to
middle
go
finger as I
next
walk
time.
out.
Michael, I would like to request a just add water moment for
Yes.
Scarlet.
Yes.
If you watch the study of Scarlet, you will know that there has been an accidental fin change with a foot rub. It was quite funny.
Join us next time for Horizons Call episode 18 Chart a Course. I actually have the name for it already because I thought it was going to be this one. And then I was like,
thought you
oh,
said
wait.
Shart?
Also, yeah, I was immediately thinking of
Oh.
Shadowheart.
No, different Shart.
No.
Yep. No. Yeah.
Oh god.
Anyway, hashtag Bagman for a last minute chance to enter to win a $25 Friday Tea gift card.
You should do that.
I'm joined every week by these lovely people. Make
Derek
this
does
game
love us.
So very fun.
Such a good episode. to come
Sometimes we
back
have to fight tooth and nail just to get out of a bag. You know, I would say that they could act their way out of a paper bag. Maybe not a bag of holding. Who knows? Thank you all for joining us. Please enter Bagman, so you can win a wonderful gift
Hashtag
card
Bagman.
to #Bagman to win a gift card for Friday Tea. Friday Tea is a wonderful store that is based in the Seattle area, small business. Friday is a lovely human being who runs tea making classes. We're actually working with Friday right now to make a sword and tea for our sword and tea events. So you can look forward to that in the near future. But yes, Friday is also just a wonderful business to support in general. You are guaranteed, if you like tea in general, or even coffee, a lot of teas taste like coffee, you are guaranteed to find something in the massive selections of teas that Friday makes that will suit your palate. Or, you know, holidays are coming up. Get a gift for somebody. Fantastic. Thank you again for joining us for Horizons Call, this belated Halloween episode about the Bagman. The Bagman technically is a canonical D&D character. They don't really have a stat block, so I kind of mishmashed a couple together, but very fun. If you would like to know more about the Bagman, you can always read, I believe it's Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft. Yeah. Essentially, the lore of the Bagman says that he was an adventurer who, in a moment of cowardice, abandoned his adventuring party during a fight and hid inside of a bag of holding. When he tried to leave, though, he became lost amid a constantly increasing number of extra-dimensional storage spaces. Over time, the strange forces of this magical in-between place transformed the adventurer into a monstrous creature. Now, every night, the Bagman slips out from a random bag of holding. If he doesn't find his home, he drags someone back to the bag with him and leaves behind some trinket from his hidden kingdom of lost junk. Some say that if you speak too loudly over an open bag of holding or whisper, quote, "follow my voice" into a magical storage space 3 times, the Bagman will come for you. Is it an urban legend? Is he real? At least in this world, he's real and might come back. Probably not. Who knows?
I hate it.
Okay, the giveaway is now closed, and congratulations to Eva. That doesn't seem skewed.
Did you know that Sword and Key is not following Sword and Key?
What an asshole.
I know, that's...
All right. Again,
How
thank
do
you,
I-
everybody. I'm
how
gonna
do
have
I
these
fix
lovely
that?
people say a little bit about themselves and
dude,
where
give
you
away
can
draw again?
Yeah,
find
I'm
more of
gonna-
them. We're gonna redraw here as well. Like I said, we'll be back. We are going to be taking a holiday break, so we are going to go up to episode 20. So our schedule, just to give you the Horizons Call schedule, and I'll talk about all the other stuff here in a minute. But Horizons Call will be playing. Let's see. We will be playing next week and the 18th. Mikyl will not be joining us next week, but we'll be back the 18th. And then our season finale will be on December 2nd. Then we'll be back in January after we take our holiday break. So, congratulations to Kaila for winning the second round.
Nope.
We're gonna try it, I think, maybe one more time. I don't know. We'll find out.
Third time's a charm, right?
Third time's the charm. While we
There
are
we
doing
go.
that, let's go ahead. Okay. Congratulations to Liz for winning that. Yeah, third time's the charm. It's it's third place and first place all at the same time. Enjoy, Liz. Enjoy your tea.
I know where you live and I know your email.
Wow. It's
Creepy.
kind or threatening depending on the context.
It's both.
I say it in the Scarlet voice. Does that make it worse?
Fantastic. Let's go ahead and go around, share your projects and stuff. You know the drill. Mare, if you don't mind starting us out.
Hi, I'm Mare. You can find me on Twitter, Blue Sky, and Tumblr at Archmage of Dice. I'm not doing too much right now, but I am going to be running a game of Moon Sailors on Thursday, November 16th at 7 p.m. Eastern here. We also might be rescheduling Sunken, but keep an eye out for that. We haven't figured out a date yet. And next week on November the 10th, I think at 6 p.m. Eastern, we will be returning with season 2 of Smoke and Ashes, an Avatar Legends game over on at Valdrian's channel, where I will be reprising my role as Wong. We just saved the Earth Queen at the finale of season 1, and we're going to pick up after that. And we had our session 0 last week, and it's great. I'm excited.
Wonderful. Thank you, Mare. Eva.
Hi, hello. I'm Eva. I am the key half of Sword and Key. Had to do the math on that one. And you can find me usually at the Eva Serrate on Twitter. I'm trying to be better about Blue Sky, where I am just Eva Serrate. And kind of in a smattering of social media places here and there. You can pretty much just find me here. Sometimes I skedaddle over to other places, but right now I am just Winnie on Horizons Call. Pretty soon, although we're already in November, so I'm so sorry to my beloved mods. Soon I will be running 10 Candles, and hopefully some other stuff coming up in the new year. And if I promised anything else, I apologize. We are currently trying to schedule our series finale of Brindlewood Bay. Hopefully we are doing that before the end of the year. I think that's all I've got. Yeah.
Fantastic. Mikyl.
Hi, fam. I'm Michael. He, him pronouns. You can find me at Michael Sandoval on Instagram, Twitter, Blue Sky, everywhere.
Dramatic pause.
Very dramatic pause. Yes, you can find Michael's socials at Michael Sandoval, MIKYLSANDOVAL. Check him out on Instagram primarily. Michael does
Thanks for
the
picking up
artwork
where
for
I-
this show as well as for Humblewood. And you should definitely check out his artwork. You can also join our Discord and see his artwork there first and foremost. He does some special pieces as well. And as always, we are very thankful to Michael for all that he does and for putting up with the internet that he has out there in the boonies. I know from personal experience, it's not fun, and he does his dang best with it. So always respect to that. Did I miss anything, Michael? Anything else you want to add
Nope,
to that?
that was
okay.
That was beautiful. Thank you.
Wonderful. You're a beautiful man. Last but absolutely not least, Kaila.
Hi, hello. My name is Kaila. I'm many faces, many places in TTRPG realm. I kind of just live here now, and that's fine. You can find me on socials at KMC. If you can't find me there, you can add an underscore, and you will find me on literally every place. I'm just here to cause chaos and.
Which is great as a mod. Yeah, that's the quality we look for in our mods. Thank you, everybody. Again, my name is Derek Sword. I use he, him pronouns. I have been your GM for this game. I'm going to be your GM for tomorrow's game as well for Humblewood. I'll talk about that in a second. But yes, Sword is my real last name. Yes, it's awesome. No, you can't have it. Thank you for joining us. It really means a lot to me. It means a lot to me as someone who represents Sword and Key. I'm waiting for one of these days for Eva to say that she is the Kiva half of Sword and Key, but we haven't gotten there yet. But no, honestly, it's great playing this game, seeing y'all in chat, seeing you active and all that, and participating in the giveaways. We have a great community, and I love the people that join it. I love the people that have been here for forever. You're all great. You all make this what it is. For more Sword and Key stuff coming up, I guess I should say I have socials. They're dsword16 in most places, and whatever. Most of the stuff I do is for Sword and Key these days anyway, and I just retweet from my personal account. So stuff coming up for Sword and Key, we have, like I said, Humblewood tomorrow. That's 10 a.m. Pacific time. That's Humblewood the Unwelcome Winter. It is a 12-week campaign that I'm doing with a lovely group of folks, and they're trying to Humblewood, if you're not familiar, is little anthropomorphic animal creatures. They're trying to solve an unending winter, and it's a really good time. And they just met a whole bandit camp and had some reveals, and one of them may be now indebted to a fire demon spirit. Who knows? Let's see. Tomorrow is it's also daylight saving times for all of us in the U.S. So bear that in mind for tonight, tomorrow-ish. As Mayor mentioned, Moon Sailors at 4 p.m. Pacific time, 7 p.m. Eastern time is going to be on the 16th. There's sessions here on the 9th, but you don't have to worry about that. I'm just making sure I read my calendar right. We have Sword and Key movie nights that we are doing over on our Discord, so you can always follow pretty much all Sword and Key stuff through beacons.ai/Sword and Key. You can find the pally for this show. You can find the charity Tiltifies for all of our other shows, including for Humblewood, which is in support of Fauna and Flora International. You can donate to all of those, but you can also join our Discord, hang out with a lot of cool folks, chit chat about shows, look at art, chit chat about other stuff. Just have a cool time with cool people. But like I said, we are doing movie nights. Those are typically 5 p.m., 6 p.m. Pacific time, just when I get home from work. And we are taking suggestions for movies. I believe there have been some really great suggestions coming up. We might be doing Sunshine, I believe is the movie title, on the 17th. We're taking this coming week off. But yeah, more suggestions are always appreciated. Like I said, we will be playing Horizons Call every Saturday for the 11th, the 18th, taking a break on the 25th, and then back the 2nd, and then taking more than a month off, and then we'll be back probably mid-January. Other than that, we are looking to do more stuff in the new year. We are looking to put out more applications, have more games. I am probably going to overbook myself like I always do, but that's how I live. I have been in talks with LD about LD's tie-in character to Horizons called Fia, and doing an All Harbingers one-shot. So keep an eye out for that in the new year. I'm very excited about that. More details to come. I believe that is it as far as news goes. We will be rating Live from the Apocalypse, who are raising money for Extra Life. So go and show some support over there. And yeah, again, thank you. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for doing a creepy monster episode. I think the Bagman's fun. Yeah, take care of yourselves. We'll see you next week. Till that time, fair winds, following seas, brave mariners. Be kind.